Live!
Friday Night Live. I like that.
Friday Night Live, huh?
I
Just
like
thought
that.
of that. I feel like I've said it before.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what it's
No
called.
one's ever had that idea.
No one has ever called it Friday Night Live.
I would have called it Friday Night Dynamite.
Oh, that's fun, too.
Thank you.
Under the Friday Night Lights.
We are under pretty
I
hot
just
lights.
thought of that.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
see, that's good, too.
Yeah.
But
Look
no,
at
that's been taken as well.
It has?
Yeah.
There was a book, I think.
Yeah. And a TV
and then
show.
a TV and a movie.
And
And a
movie.
film.
Well, we're here.
Hi.
Now, you might be asking yourself, what are those crazy cats doing on a Friday night live from Glass Cannon Studios? I'm glad you asked. We're about to play a little thing called Pathfinder 2nd Edition, but Troy, that doesn't come out for 2 weeks.
How is it possible?
How do you guys have such access? Because we're that cool. That's why.
Oh, my God. You are such a loser.
Is that the reason?
Joe, show him the tome.
Would we say that?
Show him the printed tome.
Oh,
Joe
the
spent
tome.
at least $1,000 of our toner.
I spent at
on
least
this. Look at this.
$1,000 because there's no hard copy.
You printed that from our printer?
Oh, no, wait. Oh, shit. I have the wrong binder.
We weren't supposed to tell Matthew.
I have the wrong binder. This is Matthew's formal complaints to Human Resources.
Wait, you've
Shit.
You've just been sticking those in a binder?
I collect them all, Matthew.
I had no idea that you planned a sight gag tonight.
I
That's really
planned a
nice.
sight gag.
That's good.
It's a video show.
Wow. We really are stepping it up this time. A planned sight gag.
He had to print that, too.
I did.
Well, we do have unprecedented access, although I think a lot of people started receiving their hard copies in the mail today, of Pathfinder 2e, which is launching at Gen Con, which we're all going to. 2 sold-out shows in just a couple weeks. We're pretty excited, but we got the old PDF that we've been digging through. I'm trying to get the cover up because it's beautiful. But anyways, we're thinking like we've got access to it. It doesn't come out till Gen Con. Here it is. Look at this shit. I mean, come on. How beautiful is that?
Gorgeous.
I was like, we need to do something. We need to get back into streaming because we streamed the playtest. Then the holidays came. We never could finish the playtest. And at a certain point when it came time, like, well, maybe we can finish it. It was too late. We've already moved on. So we're like, all right, maybe we'll figure something else out. And now here we are. We've had the core rule book for a couple of weeks. I'm like, why don't we see if we can do something?
Yeah.
So we're thinking about doing Jason Bullman's adventure that's coming out, The Fall of Plaguestone. That's launching on day 1 of Gen Con. I started reading it. I got really excited about it. But then I realized we're probably going to run into a lot of the same problems that we did with the Pathfinder playtest. Like, we wouldn't be able to finish it. It's something that, like, a normal group that sits down to play for 6 hours at a time maybe could finish in 8 sessions. And for us, that would be, like, 22 sessions.
Yeah, it'd be a year and a half.
We just can't do it. I wanted something we could do in, like, 2 sessions, commit to it, and finish it before Gen Con. And it was Mr. Erik Mona who made this happen. Because he said, what if you guys did the first ever Pathfinder Society Scenario, Season 0, I want to say episode 1, but it's like issue 1 or session 1 or whatever. The first one called Silent Tide. And he's like, I'll see if someone here at the office can help convert all of the stat blocks and the hazards and the monsters and basically convert the entire adventure to 2e. And I started looking at it. I was like, this sounds like a great idea. I feel like we can do it. Those early Pathfinder Society scenarios are a lot shorter than the ones that would come out in seasons, in later seasons. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, can you get it to me in like 3 days? And he said, no problem. And then he spent his entire vacation, the next 3 days, up all night converting the monsters himself.
What a mensch.
Because everybody else was busy. So Erik Mona, big round of applause.
Big round of applause.
We could
Erik
not
Mona.
do it without Erik Mona. And not only did he just like convert stat blocks, he added a lot of Mona juice to the whole story. And then I took it from there.
Mona juice.
You love some good old-fashioned Mona juice.
Who doesn't love some good old-fashioned Mona juice?
See you, Joe. Good having you on the stream, buddy.
Bye, Joe.
He made his sight gag, and he's leaving on a high note. So we're very excited. Thank you, Erik. I hope you're watching. If not, I guess it wasn't that important after all.
Yeah.
But we'll send you the tape afterwards. We are drinking, most of us tonight, some White Claw hard seltzer. They're not our sponsor, but it was sent to us today.
They wanted to sponsor
by
us.
a one Allison City, right? Is that
Yes.
her handle?
Yes.
Is that what the kids call it?
She's
Handles?
she's in Dell Dominic's Pathfinder group. They're playing Iron Gods out in Denver.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
Oh, so she's
so-
a Denverite.
She is.
Well, Allison, she saw your stream that you did with Joe this morning, Borderlands 2, right?
Yes.
And sent you guys a message and said, I'm sending you some seltzer, some hard seltzer.
Celebrating her own 1-year anniversary of subscribing to our Twitch channel.
Thank you,
Wow.
Allison City. These are delicious. Matthew and I especially are drinking these like they're Kool-Aid. Cheers, everybody.
I've
to
had a
Allison
few.
City.
Cheers.
Clink,
Allison
clink, clink.
City.
All right.
Oh, Joe's just
Yeah,
drinking
thanks for being at the stream
straight
this morning.
gin.
Yeah. Drink gin out of a plastic cup.
And I am not drinking anything alcoholic. I'm drinking the blood of our enemies.
All
As
right.
you can see.
Someone has to do
It's
it.
still intoxicating, though.
I'm excited. What else do we need to talk about? Should we talk about this thing we got in the mail today?
Oh my! What did we
Oh
get?
my
Wait,
God.
we got something in the mail today.
I don't think we should even show this.
I don't think Matthew.
It is time for nerdage.
As we mentioned on the FOD a couple weeks ago, 2 sold-out shows at Gen Con coming up in just a couple of weeks. Thursday, August 1st and Saturday, August 3rd. We got a bunch of new merch that we're laying out there. We've got our tour shirt. They're in boxes right over there. I can show them to you, but I'm not going to. And we also said we're going to be launching glass cannon dice. The dice came in today, our personal sets. And
But our personal sets mimic the actual.
this is the real deal. They come in 4
You hear that?
exclusive
That was him
colors.
banging his microphone with the merch.
With
He's
the,
excited,
with the
Matthew.
beautiful box that they come in.
Come on, look
Look at that box! This is a collaboration with Norse Foundry. They knocked this out of the park. I mean, look at
amazing.
this. They come in Matthew Blue,
That's Della Blue.
Della Blue, Troy Green, Grant's Heart Black,
And the blood of our enemies.
and the blood of our
enemies
enemies
red.
red. Look at this. I mean, you've got space for all of these beautiful dice, and then, of course, they come in the colors of the actual dice. I
But
mean,
wait, that's not a 20 on the die.
it
Troy.
sure isn't, Matthew. That's a Glass Cannon logo. And
Oh, baby!
There's no way you're going to be able to see it from here, but
Custom glass cannon
I can,
die.
yeah, put it in front of that camera.
you can kind of.
That's my
That's
camera.
definitely
going
to be in focus.
I'm sure that's perfectly in focus. And the 6 is the same deal. Something Joe would never see, a 6 on a D6, but it's got the Glass Cannon logo as well. Very, very exciting.
They're
We're
so
excited.
nice too. They're machine tooled. They're like, this box is so great. Like if you get age out of playing role playing games, you get too old, it makes a great pill box.
It really
Yeah,
does.
yeah, it really does.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Honestly,
Thursday,
Yeah,
Friday.
it's
honestly,
amazing.
that's exactly what I thought. I was like,
You
I can
said
just
that,
put the
yeah.
dice in a bag.
And there's one for each day of the week. It's perfect. So we're really excited about that. Limited quantities. I said we're going to sell out. Joe is like, you're out of your mind. We won't, but
How many times do you have that conversation every day?
that's most of our conversations at work. But yeah, come if you're coming to the shows. We'll be selling them at the shows. Otherwise, you're just going to have to wait, and maybe there'll be some colors, some blacks left over or some reds.
I have a funny story about this too. I think Troy emailed me and frantically asked me for a vector version of our logo,
I did.
and I simply forwarded an email about 13 months prior
Yeah.
that had the vector logo in it.
I ask you for a vector logo at least every 13
Yeah, every 13 months. That's
and I will next year.
and that's when we celebrate our anniversary.
today's the
13
anniversary?
month
Isn't it-
giveaway.
Today's
Wait.
the anniversary.
Isn't it on our Google Drive?
It probably is.
No, it's not.
Our Google Drive, if anyone had hacked into that, everything's on there. It's a mess.
It's a disaster.
They could get a sweet vector logo. But
They sure could.
And to answer
Yeah.
Steve Getty's question, yes, I am not allowed to touch any of the dice that are for sale. So
Well, that was part of Norse
So,
Foundry's
yeah.
agreement. They said
these are the 4 sets we're selling. We decided on 4 so that I wouldn't be attached to any color and so that they wouldn't not sell.
Right.
So
We
there you
wanted
go.
people to actually buy them. And now there's
be able
all
to-
but guarantees that Joe is not attached to any color or die.
should we just roll them? Should we roll a d20 and see what
Wanna roll
happens?
a
Ooh,
D20?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it.
Joe, do you got some garbage die you can roll?
Yeah, I have a garbage die.
All right,
I
I'll
have plenty of garbage
Matthew,
die.
it was your idea. Oh, you're still unwrapping yours. I'll give mine a little natty 16.
Oh,
that's a
pretty
good
She
Start.
rolls well.
Good start.
Natty 11.
Okay.
A little better than half.
Double
Okay.
digits.
You passed your flat check.
Yeah.
Natty 18.
Oh,
Oh.
baby! Come on,
Wow.
Grant.
12.
Oh, but Grant,
on.
when he did pull it out of the box today, first roll was a 20.
It was. Natty 20.
But it was the GCP logo looking at me in the face, and I said, "What a glorious sight!"
It's a real game changer.
That sounds like an Instagrammable moment. Did you gram it?
No.
Not only do we have new dice, not only do we have White Claw, not only do we have stat blocks and an entire adventure converted by Erik Mona, we also have our good friend back in the studio today on the ones and twos, Mr. Randy Gardner. Randy! Say hello to everybody. Oh,
What's up, buddy?
so-and-so.
Hey guys, happy to be back. How we doing?
Oh, man.
Good.
It is good to have you back, buddy.
I don't know if it is. I don't know if everybody at home can notice. They've built a wall behind me, so I actually can't see these assholes. And I actually think the back of my head is my best angle. So it's your loss. My ex-wife always thought that. God, I miss her. Oh Lord. Happy to be back. Excited. I have a turkey and cheese sandwich. Need to start off bragging, but I'm gonna. It's delicious, some kettle cooked chips, and a boom sauce. They did sponsor me, not the game, but I'm sponsored. And I'm happy to be here.
Randy, sorry, do you feel that your life has improved at all since the last time these people saw you?
I'm sorry, who said that? I can't see.
Bachelor number one?
The green monster behind me.
If you were an ice cream sundae, what flavor would you be?
Skid, I like to think every time I see you, my life gets better.
Oh, well, that's the right
Good
answer.
answer.
I'm
Good
high on life
answer.
right now and PCP, so we're going to have a fun night.
All right.
We're gonna have some
Wow. Bachelor number one sounds like a really fun date.
fun. You're paying.
Definitely an exciting producer.
Absolutely.
Well, hopefully we'll make it through the night with you, buddy. Thanks for coming back. I'm excited about this. I think this is going to be a great introduction to 2E. We're still learning the ropes here. Joe, you've been elbow deep in this for a while.
Yeah, I've been reading it for a while. It's a lot, and I was saying on the stream this morning, I basically was realizing that how much reading a massive tome of a rule book doesn't really help you to learn the rules.
No.
You know, it's good to take that information and
Certainly hasn't helped us.
No, it has not. But you have to play the game. You know, converting Emerald Spire has been helpful. It's been helpful, particularly in finding where to find things in the book when you don't know. That's a big part of shortening your time. It's like if you at least know where to look, you're in better shape.
Yeah.
But that has helped a great deal. But now I'm excited to get into this to really test what I know and what I don't know. And I think I don't know a lot, but that's why this is here, and I'm going to be nose deep in it all night. So.
I'll be honest, in prepping this adventure, I didn't crack the book that often. I'd be like, okay, how does that work? How does Death and Dying work? How does X, Y, and Z work? How does that work? I'd look really quickly. But for the most part, I never felt compelled to have to really dig into it. Now, I think it's a lot easier in a way for a GM to do that. Like as a player, you need to, who's never played 2E or is just starting out playing 2E, you need to know every little bit of thing. Like I only need to know the powers that I'm going to use for these guys that are going to fight you. You know what I mean? I only need to know the specific things that I need to know for this scenario.
When I printed out this tome, so first of all, this is without any of the Galarian lore, which is also in the core rule book. And this is a separate book, which is the spell descriptions. So I couldn't even fit the spell descriptions in here. But this is...
You did print single-sided.
I did.
noticed.
I did. Well, our printer doesn't print double-sided.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't give the option on the thing.
We'll have a tutorial later.
Okay.
We picked it out specifically because
I think one of those complaints in the human resources.
Yeah,
page.
it's
add
in
that
there.
to the file?
It's in there. Yep. I'll go to the Troy tab here.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway,
that section's
what-
thicker than the others.
along with what you were saying about just preparing what we needed, the classes section is pretty hefty, and I only printed out the classes we're playing tonight.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? So like I left the other ones out because just like the core rulebook's going to be out by the time we need to know more classes.
What about the classes I'm playing?
Oh, right.
Shit. Yeah, we're going to look to you a lot tonight because I know you know
better
this
get
all
my
by
iPad.
heart by now.
Of course.
Things I think are going to slow us down. Conditions is, I think it's a much bigger deal here. You all, now you're frightened 1, you're dying 1, you're this 2, you're this 3. That's going to be the big change. But overall, I don't know how you guys felt at PaizoCon. I felt like I was just playing Pathfinder. I never felt like, how do I do this?
I agree.
Obviously, it was great to have Jason there to be like, hey, Mr. Billman, how does this work? And him being like, this is how it works. But plenty of times he was looking it up as well.
He was looking it up too, yeah.
Yeah. So I really want to take our time with this in the sense that, like, if we're not sure about something, let's give it a couple minutes to try and figure it out.
We'll kick it over to the producer cam.
Kick it over to producer Cam, and I'm not going to spend all night on it. I want to keep this moving. That's why we're playing second level. I want to make it so that we don't have a lot of complexity, but enough that we're going to get a little more juice than we would if we were just playing first level. And let's see what happens. And of course, we're bringing back the characters from the PaizoCon show, the wedding of Ostog the Unslain.
Yes.
So let's say who is everybody playing? Joe, who are you playing?
I am playing Hawk Raven Eagle Crow, the human bounty hunter ranger, who is he's a bit of a loner, a bit of a bird of prey.
Now, right there, you said bounty hunter. This is a new feature as well in 2E.
Yes,
you
yeah,
add what is this called?
It's called a background. So you had a background. You have an ancestry, formerly known as race. You have an ancestry, a background, and a class. So those 3 things are the pivotal, major, overarching things that make your character. And then within each of those things, you do a lot of customization, which I have found to be really fun. So actually, we built these characters from scratch, not using Hero Lab. And so it was a good learning experience. Jason just handed us those characters at PaizoCon, and it was
7th level.
At 7th level, right, exactly. So building the 2nd level character, I don't know about you guys, but I found it to be relatively easy for not really knowing the system that well. Like, it took a little while, of course. It takes a while to build an RPG character.
There were some basic concepts that I had trouble wrapping my head around, just like the new proficiency system and stuff. I was like, what?
Yeah, and that has clicked for me. And it's like,
Yeah,
once it
now
clicks,
it has for
like,
me
it
too,
applies to everything. And you're just like, oh, boom, 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 boom. It's so easy to plug numbers. So yeah, he is a human. He's a skilled human. So you have like 4 or 5 different kinds of human. You can be a versatile human. You can be a skilled human. You could be a half-orc human. You could be a half-elf human.
It's good to see you playing against type.
Right, that's what I was going
A
for.
human with actual skills.
Right.
I was like, as soon as you said it, I was like, who's going to get to that joke first?
I got you, buddy. I got you.
First time playing a skilled human.
It's a real stretch, O'Brien, but good luck tonight. This background, what does it give you? Does it give you extra hit points?
It gives you a
flair?
bonus to an ability score. One ability score, you get a bonus. You usually get a bonus feat, I believe, or bonus skill feat. You usually get a bonus skill feat. My bonus skill feat as a bounty hunter is experienced tracker. So I have it's like an upgrade to the survival skill. So if you go in the skill section, there are upgrades to each skill, like at different levels that you can get. There's like 5 or 6 for each skill, and you have to spend a skill feat to upgrade a skill. It's kind of cool.
Very cool. Matthew, who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing Pima Shale Slider.
She's made a lot of appearances in our content at this point. She started in the playtest, right?
I built her in the playtest, and then I basically when Jason was like, we're gonna come up with a character, I was like, I would like to play this character. And here she is again.
And what is she? She's what's her ancestry
She's
class?
a rock dwarf, minor barbarian.
I'm sorry, we can only have adults at this table.
Yeah, still
You're under
minors.
18?
A minor with an E.
Oh,
This
okay.
is going to get a little racy after 9 p.m., so no minors. Rock dwarf. Is this just they have a bunch of different dwarfs you can pick from?
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of fun.
I think that's like you're a skilled human. I'm a rock dwarf.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, yeah.
Rock dwarf. I'm going to save Skid for the end. Grant, tell us who you're playing.
I'm playing Nero, good fence, slayer of Bloodwing, defender of the Shrouded Veil, an all-around bad guy. So bad, he's chaotic neutral, the worst alignment.
Oh, so bad.
No one
so
wants a
bad.
chaotic neutral player at the table, because they'll just do whatever they want.
And what class did you say he was?
He is a gutsy halfling,
Ooh,
gambling,
Gutsy.
sorcerer.
a gutsy gambling halfling sorcerer.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
All right, so you're the caster of the group here,
Yep.
right? Yeah, you've got maybe some spell action.
No, I'm not high enough level yet.
You've eschewed that option.
No,
Okay.
I don't think you get it to like fourth
level.
Oh, okay.
Just like PF1.
Okay.
As a ranger, you can start unlocking it at 4th
So
level.
we've got a frontline rager. We've got a tracker. Are you mainly ranged combat?
Yeah, mainly ranged combat, and actually that is something that I took instead of an animal companion. So like taking ranged proficiency is a separate choice from an animal companion.
You know my thoughts on animal companions.
I knew you didn't want it here tonight.
Why
I
make
knew you'd
more
be
work for
furious.
yourself?
You'd be furious.
Don't ever take an animal companion. And so now we've got a blaster, pretty much.
Pretty much. I mean, at 2nd level, I was very excited to play a sorcerer at 7th level. 'Cause
Sure.
you've got all sorts of tools
Right.
at your disposal. I have less, but I can still light things on fire. I got a fun area of effects spell that save or suck. I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm
already scared.
excited for like our first big group combat, if it happens, to get it out there and see if it works.
I'd say the best thing is you're just going to be rolling less dice, which is good for me and everyone.
Not to be a complete asshole, but fewer dice.
Yeah.
All
No,
right,
he's right.
Stannis.
You
Whatever, Stannis.
You are an asshole. Skid, please tell us, who are you playing?
I am an elf, of the woodland subtype,
Oh, a woodland elf.
with a noble background. I am Ecthelion, son of Aegnor. I am called Orphan Puncher.
I didn't think that I could laugh at it again, but then he just went full elf in that read. Full elf.
He dove right in.
You de-emphasize the R in such a way you're like, orphan puncher. It was so great.
I played by Lee Pace. I don't know if anyone got into their casting, but
I'm played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt playing Bruce Willis in Looper.
I forget who I'm played by.
yeah,
Does
you couldn't
anybody
remember.
I'm
Gotta
played
look
by
up Lee
Siobhan
Pace.
Fallon.
Who?
Siobhan Fallon.
Who's that?
Google her. She was in The Negotiator. She was in Men in Black.
Oh, Siobhan.
It's pronounced
Shaban.
Shaban.
Shaban. Yes.
We need fewer Siobans. Oh yeah, I know her.
She's Edgar's wife in Men in
Oh.
Black.
No, that's great.
Oh yeah, she was on SNL.
You might know her as Edgar's wife in Men in Black.
I mean, she's
This happens to me all the time because I have a pug, and I'll walk my pug down the street, and people are just like, "That's that dog from Men in Black," and I'm like, "Yep,
Yep,
yep."
that's the
I
guy.
have that conversation
still
every
can.
time I walk him.
The dog from David Lynch's Dune. That's right.
All right, we know who the players are. We know who the characters are.
I have to take note that we are pre-Cunningham here. We're PC.
We're
You know,
Cunningham.
I wanted to say that he really tied the group together.
Oh, yeah.
He was kind of a leader there, and it's gonna be. I don't know how this group's gonna hold it together without Chase.
all I'll say is I haven't not thought about it.
Okay.
Chase Cunningham exists in this world.
Okay.
Will you see him? I don't know.
You're not a big fan of crossovers.
I'm not.
But it was canon that the Eagle Crows were the Cunningham family council. Right?
Yes.
So then that's still true.
That is still true.
You you haven't met Chase yet.
You haven't met my client.
You've seen him.
Maybe
You've seen him around the sparring grounds when you come by to talk to his dad. I don't know about you guys. I think we should start this. I'm
do it.
excited, and I said I can do this in 2 sessions, and I already read it. 'cause I think
Boom.
this is-
Sorry. Rocket Lettuce got it. My character was Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. Good job.
That's a
good
good
job.
choice.
Good call.
Must have been at PaizoCon. I love this new layout here on the Twitch. You did a great job, Joe, really setting this up. This looks phenomenal. I like the movement we have in the background. And enjoy this really shitty background we have because we have a set designer in the process
She
of
was in here
creating.
today.
She was in here today doing measurements and shit, talking shop with me. And I mean, this is going to change. This is not going to look like a low-rent piece of shit pretty soon. Anyways, let's jump in.
For now, though.
For now, it's shitty. Let's jump in to Silent Tides.
I'm so excited.
Are we doing the scape tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Good
sure.
buddy, Sirenscape.
Yeah. I need to get some more Terminator sounds in there.
Yeah, I wish they would let us use it.
Start off things. Just
I wrote to James Cameron. I was like, "Can we please use?
Can we license this for free?
for free for our stream of slightly over 400 people?"
Shockingly, no response.
No response. How about a courtesy no?
Yeah. I'm fine with a no.
You know what? He gave us an LA no. That means maybe someday.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
All right, here we go. I want you all jump into your mind's eye for a second. Matthew, I know this is hard for you being a playwright. I need you to really be creative for a second and just jump into Imagination Town with me. I want you to picture just complete darkness giving way to the moon, reflecting in shimmers on the surface of water. In the distance, the lights of a great city illuminates the skyline. We sweep across the water and into a large rock cove near an island where a massive armada of ships lie hidden. On the deck of what looks like perhaps the lead ship, armed men and women bearing the crest of Taldor on their armor pace back and forth nervously. One of them walks up to a man standing at the bow of the ship, perhaps the lieutenant. And he's like, "Where are the signals? We've seen nothing. The granary and the bell towers should have been taken care of by now, and yet we've seen nothing. This mission is a failure. We should flee." The lieutenant cuts him off. "We should wait, is what we should do." He's looking in the distance. He's like, "Too long has Absalom stood as the city at the center of the world. It is Taldor's time to rise." He puts his hand on the man's shoulder and looks him right in the eye, and he's like, "Put your trust in Black Echelon and be patient. They have spoken the binding word just as we have. They will fulfill their duties no matter the barrier, no matter the cost. And so shall we." At that, a warning horn rings out from a neighboring ship in the armada, followed by more bellowing horns and sounds of people arming themselves in a frenzy. The man who was just speaking looks up and sees a navy at least 3 times the size of this hidden armada approaching on all sides, hemming them into the cove. They then begin firing cannons and flaming arrows at the ships surrounding his. While everyone's running around in a frenzy, one last time he looks at the skyline of Absalom, squints his eyes as if he's looking for something that isn't there, and grits his teeth. He then turns back to look at the approaching ships just as a trio of cannonballs comes whirring straight at him. Blackout. Now we see an establishing shot of the Pathfinder Society Grand Lodge in Absalom.
okay.
A massive fortress surrounded by tall stone walls within which are several smaller fortified structures. If you Google a picture of the Pathfinder Society Grand Lodge, it looks pretty badass. It's just huge tower. We now go from that establishing shop to inside as you, 4 Pathfinder Society initiates come actual full-fledged members, await a meeting with venture captain Adril Hestram. You have finished your training at the Grand Lodge and just returned from completing an introductory mission known simply as the Confirmation.
Ah.
I ran that for my family one Christmas.
It's a classic.
Troy
Classic.
ran me through that the night before my wedding.
Right. And I tried to talk you out of it.
Which one?
was
Which
the
one?
scene.
The wedding or the Pathfinder Society?
The Confirmation.
Oh.
The 4 of you know what a meeting with the venture captain himself means, and you're ready for it. You've been training for a long time. You know what's up. There's a dwarf, a halfling, an elf, and a human. A classic adventuring party
Where are they?
inside of the Grand Lodge
We're
of
looking-
Absalom.
And who are they?
A human,
Yeah.
an elf,
Yeah.
a dwarf,
Yeah.
and a halfling.
And who are they with?
Each other.
And they're just staying there with the venture captain.
No, he's not there yet. We're waiting a meeting. What else you got?
What are you going for?
Yeah, what are you going for?
It's us, Matthew.
What do they look like? Matthew, what does your dumb dwarf look like? What is she dressed with? What kind of armor is she wearing?
She is wearing a chainmail
Oh.
because she has unburned iron as a feat. I'll just give you the spoiler right there. So
Oh.
she should wear some iron.
You really set the scene.
So she's wearing chainmail.
Uh-huh.
She's, as is canon, she's covered in mining soot from years before.
Years old mining soot?
It's canon.
It's a long story and it's really painful. So thanks for mocking me for it, Grant. But you can talk to Pimma later. And she
Put it in the book.
She's carrying her ancestral great pick across her back.
That's a lead pencil, Joseph O'Brien. Why did you touch it? Oh,
A lead pick.
A great pick, not a lead pick.
A great lead pick.
Yeah. And she's looking very
Roll fortitude save.
concerned.
She looks concerned.
Yes.
Okay. So you know where you are now. Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow. What
Pretty
does
sad.
Hawk Raven look like?
Hawk Raven has long black hair, tied back away from it, keep him out of his eyes. As you can imagine, all black dress, no armor.
He's wearing a black dress.
He's wearing a black dress.
I can
yes.
see it.
No, he's just wearing
He's
very.
resplendent.
He's wearing very simple outdoor clothing and no armor, and with a bow on his back, and as well as a battle axe at his side, and it just has a steely look in his eyes, like he doesn't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's always that way.
he's kind of squinty.
He's a
That's
little
what makes
squinty.
him excellent legal counsel.
Yes,
Nero. What does Nero look like?
Nero is a very small man, but he has no idea of his own stature. He's oversized for the frame that God had given him.
Which god?
It is
The Christian God.
Callistria.
The Christian God.
The Christian God.
Nero worships
Jesus
the
Christ.
Christian god.
Well, I mean, as a Catholic, it's Jesus Christ, God, and the Holy Spirit.
Right,
it's
right,
a
right.
Trinity. It's three in one.
They don't
But
allow
let's not
that.
talk about this.
They don't allow
tonight.
that.
We
in
had
Syria.
one of my early D&D campaigns I played in 7th grade. I remember one of the guys, we met at the community center like over the summer, and one of the guys says it was a paladin that worshipped God. and I just thought it was the funniest thing.
I
like
worship
that.
Yahweh.
Yeah.
I was listening to Stephen Colbert talk about his Dungeons and Dragon days and like how much he loved it and how much that got him into the space of like imagination and acting, and how he would take people like he would just take people like they would be drunk, they wouldn't be drunk. He'd take them into like dark closets, like 2 people at a time, just be like, "You're in space. Your body's floating," and he would just tell them stories but the way that his faith of Catholicism like informed all of this, it was really interesting. Anyway,
We got to
Nero.
get him on the show. Steven,
Please.
come on out. We're like a 10-minute cab ride away.
Were you trying to say that Nero is tall?
No, Nero
No.
is a very small creature. In fact, his size is small, and but he walks in the room with a long spear and a crossbow on his back, and just kind of like embers dripping from his fingers whenever he gets angry, because he is a sorcerer with fire in his blood.
Ooh. Ecthelion. What does Ecthelion look like?
Ecthelion is wearing plain but neat robes, cut short to the waist, hand wraps, sandals, and around his forehead is tied a bandana torn from the filthy robes of a beaten-up orphan.
So the four of you wait there.
What about the dwarf, the human? Okay.
I don't understand where you were
What are you-
going
what
with
are you
that,
talking about?
man.
It's a classic Matthew. This is something I'd cut out of an episode.
It's an I Love Lucy joke.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. That's not on Netflix
Yeah,
yet.
you got
I
any
haven't
Barney
been
Miller
rewatching
jokes to
the-
throw in later?
Jesus.
Saving your A material for after 9?
Is your
It's a
Don
big I Love Lucy crowd. Here. You say it like it's something we would all know.
Yeah, it's I Love Lucy.
You assume that every one of us is a big ILL fan?
I assume you've seen the major episodes.
No, I've only seen the Christmas episode. It
I've
shows
seen the one-
highlights.
You've
of
seen
Christmas.
you've seen the LA episodes.
No,
You've seen the fudge
You-
eating.
wait, you
episode.
Fudge eating.
I've
is
only
one.
seen
Yeah.
the.
Oh, it's William
highlights.
Holden.
William Holden and Harpo Marx.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the LA
Yeah.
episode?
I still don't know what you're talking about,
Well,
but yes,
you know
I've
what?
seen those episodes.
No one's seeing this episode because everyone is left.
Great job,
No
Matthew.
crossover between I Love Lucy and Pathfinder.
I 1000% disagree. And in fact, I may have to have, Siobhan Fallon was unavailable for this episode, and Pima is now played by Lucille Ball.
All right,
Oh,
I can
wow.
stand behind her.
Wow.
Both
That is,
redheads.
Is this pre
Yes,
or
both
post
redheads.
Desi Arnaz divorce?
Pre.
Okay.
They divorced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had their production company together. They were one of the biggest players in Hollywood, and then
Desi Lou. They made Star Trek.
yeah, Desi Lou.
Well,
The show was meant to help their marriage.
you're done.
Got way off track
The four
already.
of you wait for what feels like a longer time than you thought you'd be waiting until a door opens up behind you and the captain enters. Captain Histrom enters, a bear of a man with only a few teeth remaining in his head. He motions you into a meeting hall with a casual wave of his grizzled hand as he just passes by you, doesn't even make eye contact. The human captain outweighs most of Absalom's half-orcs, and though a layer of beefy blubber coats his frame, those of you that have tangled with him in the lodge know that underneath that thin veneer of chunky fat is all muscle. Dude's a badass. He's walking, his wild beard is wagging to the ponderous shake of his massive head as he examines a scrap of ancient parchment on the table in this meeting room that he has motioned you into. And then he raises his eyes to meet your gaze for a moment, the four of you, and then he speaks. Right, come in then. Thank you for answering my summons so swiftly. The society is in need. Yes? An old and quite penniless historian, a bespectacled wagbeard by the name of Iagos Gill, has recently made a discovery in an old archive that we have a great interest in obtaining. An ancient code book of sorts left behind in the wake of one of Taldor's many failed attempts at invasion. This several hundred-year-old text would prove an excellent addition to our collection and must be preserved. Iagos makes his home in the Puddles. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's Absalom's poorest district.
Yes.
Suffering from a well-known reputation as a haven for lowlifes. Yes.
And orphans.
Orphans and the like.
Oh, there
yes.
are orphans running rampant through the streets.
I know it well. Long have I patrolled the streets at night, searching for my prey.
Well, good. It'd be helpful to have one of you that knows the lay of the land. I assume you know your history as well, Ecthelion, but for those of you who don't, this area suffered a massive earthquake 10 years ago, and now parts of the puddle rest below sea level, actually, resulting in frequent and untimely flooding. Those who cannot afford to live there don't. Those who afford not to live there. Those who can afford. Those who can afford not to live there. They don't fucking live there.
But what about the human, the dwarf? I'm so sorry.
No, maybe. This district is the stomping ground of pimps, harlots, addicts, knifers, hordes of unseemly derelicts and orphans, as far as the eye can see. It's never been a kind place, but recent reports reveal some new nameless terror on her waterlogged straits. Several persons claim to have seen cloaked, skeletal-like figures marching through an unnatural fog. Ill tidings, indeed. Now listen, tracking down Yargos is now a priority, lest some yellow-toothed thug cut him down, or one of these strange wraiths carries him beyond the pale. Find him, fellow Pathfinders, and find this code book. Your exploits will be recorded in the Chronicles, should you succeed. Do you have any questions?
It's like the Enigma device.
And was the name of the person we're looking for Iago?
Yargos Gill.
Yargos?
Yargos.
Yargos?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Gill. Gill.
Gil.
Gill. No questions. Is it all right? Great. Good luck, Pathfinders.
writing it down. Jesus.
Here, take this. And he hands you 4 potions of cure light wounds. If that's-
nice.
That doesn't exist in this game.
I know. I was going to ask, what is the
Minor
Pathfinder?
potions of cure.
All right, he gives you
Healing potion minor.
Yeah, healing potion.
each
minor.
one of those healing potions minor, whatever it's called. And what does that cure you?
1d8.
1d8, just straight up 1d8.
Straight up 1d8.
Thank you, Captain.
You are most welcome, Madam Shaleslider.
What can you tell us about Yargos Gill?
I don't know much about him. He is a historian, as I mentioned.
What's his field?
History, mainly. He studied history as a historian. Yes. Wide and varied history, especially that of the world. And so he is not very well known, not highly published, but respected in his small community. Or community.
Is that a community in Connecticut?
Well, here in the Pathfinder Society, we call them communicates. After you have a couple of white claws, it's a communicative. No, he is, not a rich man. He's sort of living out his days in poverty, perhaps just trying to find meaning, like any of us. Anything else?
Do you have any leads on as to where we might find him within the puddle?
I don't. I would say just ask the locals. Do your best to just ask around. Normally, people down there know each other.
Can I just roll I would feel like Hawkraven would know his way around the puddles a little bit. I mean, he's a bounty hunter. He hunts down criminals. I'm sure that they have popped up or tried to get or hide away in the puddles.
Sure.
So could I roll a society check?
Yeah.
See if I know any important information.
Talk to me
Come
about
on,
a
Joe.
society check. So this is a new thing for a 2E. What does this replace or not quite fully replace?
Knowledge local.
It's knowledge local.
Yeah, it's essentially knowledge local. I could look it up, all the things that it really covers, but one of the things that it does cover is like knowledge checks to know ID humanoid enemies.
Well, and
So just like knowledge local did, it's society in this, which I think is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
but-
combines knowledge history and a bunch of other things.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's kind of like everyone knows from just either reading a children's book or actually reading about the dangers in society, what giants are and what different powers they have. It's kind of something that everyone would have a basic knowledge of. So now you can roll knowledge train knowledge checks untrained, right?
Correct. Yeah. You can roll them. Most things untrained, unless the GM or it'll say at the time that you have to have a certain proficiency level to even attempt it.
Right.
If it doesn't say anything, you can always roll untrained, which is kind of fun, and just apply your requisite ability modifier. I just want to say it is a little more complicated than that, though. It feels like it also kind of replaces linguistics, because you can do decipher writing, coded message, stuff like that. You can also create a forgery with the society skill.
Yeah.
Which you did with bluff or sleight of hand in first edition.
I'm not sure. I
think
think
Yeah,
it
there was
was
some.
I think it was
remember.
bluff.
It might have been bluff
Maybe
or
sleight
sleight
of
of
hand,
hand, something
yeah.
weird, yeah.
I think it was sleight of hand. Yeah.
I really do like this change, though, because depending on the scope of the adventure, you'd be rolling knowledge loco on the other side of the continent. You know what I mean? It
Right,
just
right.
didn't make sense if you weren't
I
from
totally
that
agree.
place.
Yeah.
So-
All right, so give me that society check.
All right, society check. 19.
19.
Nice.
All right. So, what are you looking for? Like, what's the type of place you would go to find this information?
Right, exactly. Or like a place to steer clear of, you know, if there's somewhere like you shouldn't, a bad neighborhood, or you need to know a password to get through a certain gate, you know, things like that.
Yeah, you know an area in particular that has young grifting children that would, for a very low price, be able to give you the information. Whereas if you tried to find it maybe from, you know, adults and whatnot, you'd have to pay a higher price or do something
To
more
get the same
nefarious.
information.
Yeah. And there's this
To find your gate at Penn Station.
right. This kid just warming up the fist.
I feel like he's like warming up in the bullpen.
Yeah. I feel like Ectheli watches like City of God and just like
It's the whole time.
yeah, the whole
So you gotta better turn this shit off. I can't watch
this, man.
Makes me so mad.
Are there any other questions?
Excuse me, Captain.
Yes.
Did you?
No!
Could you?
What?
Did you?
Sorry, I'm hard of hearing.
I thought you seemed to have mentioned something about walking skeletons in the street.
Yes, well, there's always talk of this nonsense around Absalom, but there have been a lot of reports lately of these skeletal figures walking through this unnatural fog in the puddles. We haven't heard of any deaths, but people have reported it, and it has found its way up to me, so it is something to keep in mind.
And no one seems to be that concerned about it?
Well, of course we are concerned. That's why I brought it up. You should arm yourselves, and that's why I gave you those cheap little potions. It's a small token of my gratitude.
Venture Captain Yagos.
No, you're seeking out Yagos. How dare you? We've wrestled
Captain,
we've wrestled in the pits
Captain
together.
Avril Hestrom. Let me read my notes again.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I have a very small memory.
Only my wife calls me Yagos.
Moments of peak and passion. I don't know why.
She screams my name in throes of passion. Yagos, she says.
My companion
have a
Pima
question, dear.
has brought up the potentiality of facing skeletons.
Yes, I'm going to Google potentiality.
If there is also
That is a word.
the potential for flooding and much of this area being
Yes.
under sea level, must we be prepared to swim?
No, no, no. The worst that will happen to you is you'll get wet and dirty, but you shouldn't drown there. Most of the area is, ankle deep at worst, although sometimes these tides roll in and you might get wet. But no, I haven't heard of any drownings unless you're planning on taking a dip in the harbor.
Your Boston could not be hidden when you said harbor. Harbor.
Take a dip in the harbor.
Go up to Bob.
Make sure you get a lobster roll if you're down there.
Yeah,
Any
he
other
sounds pretty good to me, guys.
questions?
I don't even know. I think he sounds
Randy
fantastic.
approves.
Randy, are you from New England?
I am. Troy and I went to the same high school.
We did.
Oh, is that where the
Yeah,
history
we didn't know
begins?
each other, though, until New York, because I graduated when Randy started. And then we worked in a comedy team together. That's where I met. Haven't we talked about
You
this?
do look a lot older than him.
Yeah, I've really aged lately. Ever since I started doing this full time, I've just
aged,
gone
yeah.
fully
You
gray.
would never know I was 54 years old.
No, Randy's 54 and I'm 59.
By the way, we have to give a shout out to Steve Geddes tonight. He is a
generous
man, just
Oh,
dropping
Steve.
the bit donations left and right.
Thank you, Steve.
We can't
Steve.
say enough thanks to Steve Geddes.
Seriously.
We need more Steve Geddes in the world.
Yes.
Is what I think.
The whole world needs
What
more
the
Steve
world?
Geddes.
Thank you, Steve. Get ready for us to disappoint you with this adventure. Any other questions?
I have a question, Venture
Yes.
Captain.
Yes, son of Egnor.
I'm well versed in the tales of the Pathfinder Society. I have read them often. And I know that very often in the tomes in which these adventures are written, there is a paragraph which details possible answers to questions that the Pathfinder Society members might ask before setting out.
You have done your homework.
Are there any questions we have failed to ask? And would you please provide us with the answers to those questions?
Thank you. Thank you for getting straight to the point, Ecthelion. Clearly you are the leader of this crew. I think early on in these Pathfinder Society scenarios, they did not offer such things. For there is not a section in this book. for
Really?
that.
Wow.
I was going
They
to
were
say,
really phoning it in back then, huh?
In fact, this entire role play is not even in the scenario.
I have never delved this deep in the archives, Venture Captain. I'm shocked, I say. Shocked.
Yes, The whole idea of including this was a suggestion by one Erik Mona, another famous Pathfinder.
I heard his name written on the skies by the gods themselves.
Yes. He pulls the hands of fate.
The actual scenario starts in medias res. Any other question?
Then no, I have no other questions.
Good.
Then let's move on.
Then I suggest we get moving.
All right.
We're already behind schedule.
From there. From there, we crossfade into a waterlogged street as Pima's boot just comes down, sloshes through this fetid water. Behind her, the rest of you plod your way through the puddles. You've been walking around.
I like the way you say puddles, by the way.
Puddles?
Yeah, you have a good D, and it's a good way to say it.
I know I got a good D.
Whoa!
I don't know how you know.
Man.
Grant, everybody. Grant Berger. See ya.
He's looking to cut the mic.
He looked at Randy.
Hey, kill it. Kill it.
Oh wow, he actually
He
did.
actually killed it.
How do you even know how to do that? You plod your way through the puddles. Behind her, the rest of you come up behind. You've been walking around asking questions for like an hour and a half at this point. There's a thick fog hanging in the air, seeming almost to caress the flesh with an unnatural chill as you continue your way through the puddles. Finally, you catch wind from a street urchin that now sports a black eye that Yargos can usually be found at his favorite eatery, the Soggy Piper.
Ooh.
As you stand outside the establishment in a foot and a half of brackish brine, you realize that your dreams of what being a Pathfinder would be like may not be the reality. And that moment of possible regret is punctuated by a fresh deluge of cold seawater rounding a bend in the lane and assaulting your knees.
My God.
It kind of pulls you out of your thoughts. One of the many just tides that rolls in.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Those who can afford not to live here don't.
It really, the puddles is
Those
like
who
Venice if nobody ever took care of it. It's just sinking. It's just
No proper
So
infrastructure.
Amsterdam.
Yeah. Right.
What do you do?
We're already standing outside the establishment.
Soggy Piper. You see a guy like this who's wet.
Is that a pipe you're playing?
Yep, that's a pipe.
I couldn't tell if it was a log
It's
or
a French
pipe.
baguette.
I thought it was a hoagie. Yeah.
What do we hear
It's a
outside?
La Valley special.
Do we hear music? Do we hear the sounds of merriment, or is it just
Here.
dead silent?
Puddles. No, yeah.
Can I do a can I do a society check to see if I've ever been here, if I know anything
Sure.
about it? 11.
How old are you in relative human terms?
Early 20s.
Early 20s?
Yeah.
This isn't the kind of place you'd hang out.
No.
You might have heard of it, walked around by it, punched a couple orphans outside.
Yeah.
But this isn't a place you'd hang out.
Okay.
Why does age have anything to do with it? Is it like an old timers bar, or is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's
or-
like dirty old sailors.
okay.
It's clearly a
Gross.
Teamsters bar.
Yes. Mostly union.
Yeah. Local 381.
Wouldn't it be the longshoreman?
Maybe.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stevedores.
Yeah, stevedores.
I like stevedores.
Should we go
I
inside?
mean the word stevedores. I don't
Yes.
word.
Yes.
like. I don't like them. Let's go in.
Hawkraven will walk through the brackish water, splash, splash,
splash,
up
splash.
to the door and just and open it up and walk in.
He made that sound in the door with his mouth.
It was good.
Oh.
I thought that was Sirenscape. I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
You walk in.
Did you prepare this part?
Yeah. I didn't think they'd get this far.
Surely not the first session.
This is for part 2.
I was going to ask if we thoroughly derailed things.
You
Not
see
enough,
rainbow. No, you walk in. There's about 7 or 8 people sitting around the bar. They don't even look at you as you walk in. The bartender gives you a greeting and then goes back to cleaning a mug like a bartender would.
Right. As a former bartender, did you often greet new patrons by going?
Yeah, with my non-dominant hand too.
Oh yeah. Frequently when I'd come in.
Tricks of the trade.
Yeah, I couldn't have been a more friendly bartender back behind the stick. That's how I do. Hi, strangers. Can't wait for you to order 7 drinks and only tip $1.
Hey,
Taurus.
That is how you met your wife.
Where you
isn't
from? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Where you from? Not here. Great. So the bartender seems friendly.
Let's go talk to the bartender.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi there.
Oh, what can I get you there, lady?
What's on the menu?
Oh, everything.
I'll have one of each.
Oh, all right.
Also,
And he brings back 4 things.
yeah, that's what I think.
Here you go.
Also, do you happen to know a man named Yargos Gill?
Ah, Yargos. Well, it seems he's very popular today. You gonna drag him out of here as well?
What? Someone drug him out of here today.
Yeah, well, you just missed him. A group of nasty-looking, tattooed thugs arrived just ahead of you. They grabbed Yargos and some of his friends he was eating dinner with and dragged them straight out of the bar.
All of them, friends included.
Yeah, there was 4 of them altogether, I think.
Well, they didn't put up a fight.
Not for these men, no. They were burly-looking thugs.
Were they armed?
I didn't see them wielding weapons, but they had some on their person, yes.
What kind of weapons? Swords, knives, crossbows.
I didn't get a long look at them, but someone said they saw them up at Mildred. Where did they go? Torson's Maw. Torson's Maw is where they were headed.
Torson's Maw, you say?
Yes, right at the edge of the puddles.
Torson's Maw.
Can I do a society check again?
Sure.
What about their tattoos? Were they all different?
Yes, I drew some photos.
Drew some photos.
Some photos.
You're aware of what a photograph is, and you
He
drew
pulls
one.
out Polaroids that he sketched.
He sketched.
Wow.
It's a side hobby of mine.
19 on the society check.
19, yeah. You know exactly where it is. It's probably about 10 minutes away from here.
I know this place. It was once swarming with the orphans. But I drove them away with my fist. Let us go.
The great orphan Torsen. Yargos was a loyal customer, a good man by all accounts. It never caused me any trouble, so I had my boy here called the Watch, of course. But this is the Puddles. If those young men are looking to do anything to Yargos and his friends, well, it'll be long done before the Watch arrives.
Let's make haste.
Yes, Pima. I agree. We should make haste.
We have to stay quickly on them before they do something they'll regret. So yeah, we'll piece on out of there.
All right. It's early evening.
And we tip you nothing, by the way, just like when you were an actor.
She
Nothing.
ordered 4 things herself. It's early evening. It's the first wheel day of the month of Desnus, which would be May. An old man might be possibly facing an awful fate at this sea cliff known as Torson's Maw. And now none of you are any closer to finding the code book that Adril sent you for. You make your way to Torson's Maw. Let's enter
It's a maw
Maw.
with a M-A-W.
Maw.
A maw like a mouth. Okay.
Maw.
Not
Classic
a
maw.
Not a more, like a more.
No.
Like the
Look
Moors
at
of
those
Scotland.
lifting calluses on his hands. This guy works hard. I just
Yeah.
want to say I saw it.
These are from, anyways. From Toasted Bar. Listen.
Stop it. I knew he was going to do that. He was going to act like he wasn't going to say it. And then he says it.
We're playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So I want us to dive right into a little something known as exploration.
Oh, yes.
Did the graphic come
Oh,
up?
we need a stand up.
Did the
Randy,
graphic come up?
Randy, I told you.
Exploration mode
Randy.
graphic?
He's probably like actually nervous.
We don't have an exploration.
We don't have
graphic.
it. Yeah,
We
yeah.
should have it.
We should. We should get it.
That'd be fun.
We should
The
add it.
nice guitar riff to come in with it.
Exploration
And then it bursts into flames.
Yeah.
I
Still
just had a heart
crackling.
attack
And a
I thought I
cat
ruined
playing
it.
an electric guitar.
Oh my God! Yes.
Mode! We could really do it up. Anyways,
man.
you are in exploration mode. This is another new feature
Yes.
for 2nd edition. We got to play around with this in the play test. I really like it. It's just kind of, and I've been using it even in 1st edition just to kind of get a sense, because normally it's like, oh, you walk into a room and the first one in the room gets fucked. With this, it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Let's progress forward. And then if shit goes down, you're all doing what you said you were doing.
Right.
Now, oftentimes, you're just perceiving. You're looking around, you're perceiving. Some of you might be sneaking. Some of you might be, like, athletically, trying to maneuver yourself in a position to make sure you're ready in case stuff goes down. What are the 4 of you doing as you're making your way on this, about 10-minute trip to Torson's Maw?
I'll say Hawkraven is trying to keep a low profile. as you say, it's getting to early evening. He's going to try to stay in the shadow of the buildings. He knows that he's in a rough area and that there could be thugs about that are looking for trouble.
Okay.
So as he's perceiving, I will say that he's
disguise. I was going to say disguise.
Yeah. Well, no.
No, let's do it with disguise
No.
for you. What's your disguise?
No, he'll be stealthing. He's going to be
Okay.
stealthing. Primarily trying to stay in the shadows.
Stay in the shadows. Okay. Pima?
Pima will be perceiving. She's or would it make sense to track somebody? We don't have anything to track, right?
Yeah, no. Perceiving is kind of the go-to. Yeah.
Yeah. So Pima will be perceiving, kind of checking faces, looking around, seeing if she spots anything like the tattooed fellows that the bartender mentioned.
Yeah, tracking would be good if it's like we're trying to find this beast in the wilderness.
Yeah.
I'm looking for tracks. I'm following tracks if they're around. Tracking, perceiving. Nero.
I'm going to be perceiving for the most part, but when we get closer, I'm going to be searching. So I'm going to be looking for any concealed doors or hazards and so on. I'm waiting for traps or anything unseen at that point. But, for the most part, I think it's going to be not worth the time to slow down to half your speed.
Right. Ecthelion.
I'm going to be also trying to keep a low profile, but I'm also keeping a wary eye on any unaccompanied juveniles.
Right.
And trying to gauge, just did they have parents? Are they alive? And then, but otherwise, just keeping an eye out for actual danger.
That's good. Split focus.
Is there an age at which the orphan
21.
So anyway,
21. Once you reach drinking age, you're fine.
you're fine.
Okay.
But what if you're
You can take care of yourself.
what if you're 37 and an orphan?
Well, that's just unfortunate.
What if you've been an orphan since before you were 21?
Oh, then you're fair game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's important to establish the ground.
Yeah,
rules.
those are the rules. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad we figured this out.
Yeah.
guys-
If on your 21st birthday, your parents.
Are there bylaws somewhere? Did you write
Yeah,
this
I
down?
have all the. This is all in the book. You
It's
can order it.
11:58 p.m.
It's self-published. You can order it on Amazon.
the day before your
11:58
21st.
p.m. 11:58 p.m. You're before your 21st birthday, and your parents are caught in an Amtrak derailment. You're fair game
Forever.
forever for the rest of your life.
You could be 93 and the
Doesn't
orphan
matter.
puncher
I
would
just
track
love
you down.
Ecthelion selling a self-help book on how to be an orphan puncher. I'm an orphan puncher, and you can too.
We have to eliminate this threat to the world.
To
And
Absalom.
I want to help people.
I love that this. I think someone must have been like, "What I miss?" And Lyrebird person wrote, "Met the venture cap, told his skeletons about, went to bar for information, left no tip, recently left bar."
That's a pretty good summary.
That's
pretty much
that
what
was the
happened.
first hour.
Has it been an hour?
Yeah,
We better get hustling.
We
Yeah,
also
we're cooking.
promoed. We self-promoed.
we did promo. Yeah, we can't help ourselves.
Let's take another 10 minutes to talk about these dice
How about
boxes.
these
How
dice
about these?
boxes? All right, you get there and you see up in the distance 6 brash young toughs covered with tattoos, and the tattoos are like vicious, snarling dogs and all sorts of wild animals all over their arms.
Huh.
Looks like it crawls up into their neck and possibly on their back, and they're prodding 4 terrified older people off the edge of a cliff into the sea.
Oh my God!
What?
You can see that the prisoners are all shackled together in a line with heavy chains, and you know that if they hit the sea, if they get pushed off into the sea, that's going to drag them down right to the sea floor should they tumble off the cliff's edge. Let's go to the map.
Oh, all right.
Shugunk-gunk-a-gung.
Here we
Come
go.
on, James Cameron.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Oh,
Gorgeous.
wow.
Whoa! What a cool map.
Wow.
It's a very cool map, and I will
These dudes
admit
are dirtbags.
this is not a Paizo map.
Okay.
I just found,
An
and maybe
unmapped
actually it is a
encounter?
Paizo map that I found, but I'm obsessed with this map.
This is really.
It's exactly what I wanted, but also it looks like a Paizo map. It has the cool
So you stole it,
cartoonish.
is
I
what you're
stole it.
saying.
Yes, this is probably a copyrighted map.
Someone
that I'm
else's
using.
hard
Yes.
work.
Thank you, that person. You're all standing there. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these tattooed thugs, and then at the back, 4 older people. Looks like 3 men and one woman, shackled together, about to be pushed off into the ocean.
My God.
roll for initiative.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Using the skills you said you were going to use.
Well, all right, so let me ask you a question. So there's this thing called avoid notice. That's basically the stealth exploration mode. Avoid notice. You kind of go through the shadows, and at the roll for initiative, your roll counts as your initiative. You roll stealth, and it goes against their perception DC to see if you are noticed at the start of combat.
Okay.
So you can also say that won't work here if it's like too broad daylighty and we're too wide open. But just something to keep in mind. I think it's a fun thing.
Here's what I'll say. I sort of arbitrarily put you guys on the map. If you stay back here, do you see where I'm lighting up? Those areas there behind those rocks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'll roll your stealth secretly against their perception, right?
No, their perception DC is secret. So I roll stealth. I don't know what their perception DC is.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, if you can stay back there. And Ecthelion, you were stealthing as well, so I'll give you that option as well. If you want
I'll do
to
that.
stay back there, it's really only going to help you against a sort of ranged attack to try and get them flat-footed. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes, exactly. I'm trying to buy around and not be attacked and use it to identify.
Right. No, it's smart to just push Pima and Nero up to the front of the battle.
Exactly.
Let's get these initiatives then. Hawk Raven, what'd you get?
I got a 22.
Wow.
22.
That Joe O'Brien over there? Pima, what about you?
No, it's
17.
17. All right. Nero?
9.
9. Not used to rolling so low, are you?
No, I'm not, and I don't like it.
And I don't like it.
Sorceress.
Ecthelion.
13.
13 for Ecthelion. All right. It's round 1. It's happening. It's Pathfinder 2E. Hashtag Pathfinder 2E. It's happening here before the release date.
I love it. I love it.
Hawk Raven, you are up. I will, if you want to try this move, I will say let's do it, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know what happens.
Okay.
What did you roll for stealth?
22. It's the same number.
All right. So now, do you think you should know?
Yeah, I think I could tell if they notice me or not. I
Okay.
would think. If no one's looking at me yet. Let's not make a big deal out of it. I was just kind of bringing it up.
No, but I like this idea, and I want to play around with it because it's a wrinkle to
Yeah.
throw in. And if you're a stealthy character, if you don't have a whole lot else going on, you want at least your stealth to give you a little bonus. So I'll say, at least for right now, you and Ecthelion had a plan in approaching this. They see Pima and Nero. Doesn't look like they see you as of yet.
Okay, so then I would consider myself to be what? Hidden? Unobserved? No. Unobserved. No, undetected.
Yeah,
That's what
this
it is.
is-
So
this
they don't know
is-
I'm here yet. So this is...
I'm not in love with this mechanic yet because I can't wrap my head around it. And I can't wrap my head around it in Starfinder yet. It's one of those things that I keep reading and reading and reading. And when like the penny hasn't dropped in the fountain yet?
Yeah.
That's what's happening me with... Can you give a light explanation
Oh, yeah.
of this?
It's actually really... It's pretty simple. It's just basically you're either...
I think I'm overthinking
You're
it.
either undetected,
Yeah.
which means they don't know where you are at all. You are hidden, which means they know what square you're in but can't see you, or you're observed. And all the the difference is if you are hidden, you have a DC 11 check,
Flat
like
check.
a concealment check, flat check. So it's like 50% mischance if you're hidden.
Is undetected DC 5?
What's that?
Is undetected a DC 5 flat check?
No, undetected is you can't be targeted because they don't even know you're there.
Ah.
You can't be targeted. Observed, there's no penalty. And then I'm missing one right now because there's one that's DC 5 flat, which is the 20% mischance, which is it's observed but concealed or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
In this case, I'll say you're undetected. You're not hidden per se. They just don't know you're there. You haven't detected you yet.
right. Okay, so I think that would make them flat-footed, and I'll just go ahead and you know what? I don't give a shit. I mean, I'm lawful neutral. I consider these guys to be breaking the law, as far as I'm concerned. They're pushing people off the cliff.
Yeah,
that would be a law.
As a bounty hunter,
It's
he's
a clear violation of most local ordinances.
Exactly. I can't abide this against the law.
Yeah.
And he's going to. Okay, so first action, he's going to hunt prey. So this, I'll target him right here. This is the one with like the club or whatever. This image right here. He's going to hunt prey on this guy.
Okay.
So now I have this ability called Monster Hunter, which allows me to do a ID of the creature as part of hunt prey. So as a free action.
Okay.
So I hunt prey. Boom. He's my hunted prey. I also do a society check to see if I can know anything about him, the skills,
As
abilities.
part of a free bonus to
as
the
part of
prey?
hunting prey.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's a 17. on the knowledge check.
What's the DC for
The DC for the
that?
knowledge checks is it would be 10 plus his. It's his class DC, so it would be 10 plus his
His most relevant strength.
right,
His
and plus
most
his
relevant,
proficiency.
proficiency, which was strength, by the way.
Good to know.
All right, so would you roll?
I rolled a 17.
Okay. I will tell you that it looks like...
I'm sorry. Wait, did I roll a 17? Yeah, 17.
Okay, I will tell you that it looks like their tattoos aren't just decorative, that it imbues them with a power to kind of... Where they all have the same tattoo, they have an ability to rile each other up, which makes them more fearful in battle.
Oh, okay. Oh, very cool.
Yeah, fearful.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, he'll like hidden in the shadows behind his allies. He'll quickly tell them, "Don't let them get going together. They have some sort of ability to fire each other up into a rage. Let's take them out fast." And he's going to do a hunted shot.
Okay. Second action?
Second action, and it's 2 shots against his hunted prey.
Okay.
So
and
he
you got
can
a
do that
clear
once
shot
around.
there, or are you going to step out as a second action and then take the shot?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I will step out and I will take 2 shots.
Okay, which guy?
The guy that I was doing the ID on, so this guy right
Okay.
here. Here we go.
Here, we.
Oh, there we go. That's going
Go.
to be good. That's a 24 to hit.
That is a critical hit.
Oh yes.
Oh, baby!
Yes, AC 14 because
Critical
This
hit.
is another thing that we're going to see a lot more crits and a lot more fumbles because if you go 10 over or 10 under, that's a critical hit. So in this case, you just roll once and double the number, but you don't double any bonus damage. Instead of rolling twice the amount of die, that's the 2E rule. I guess you can kind of do whatever you want, but in the book it says
You
roll
double
once
the
and
die.
double it.
Yeah. Oh, right. You roll once and double it, and then I roll because my longbow is deadly. I roll a D10 on top of it.
Oh,
Right, but you
nice.
don't double the D10.
Correct. Well, actually, no, I don't think I do.
I'm
It's
almost positive.
Yeah, it's 13 points of damage.
Nice.
13 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the first shot, and then second shot, natural 20.
You get 2 shots with 1 action?
Yeah, that's a hunted shot against my prey.
And
I
you
can
rolled
get 2
another
shots.
crit.
And I rolled.
Wow.
Well, no, maybe not.
Oh,
well,
it's
yeah,
-5,
It is.
so-
It's a natural 20.
But natural 20 is...
But natural 20 regardless.
is a
Right?
clean crit.
Natural 20 is a clean crit. So actually, it's not, which is funny. So
Really?
here's the way it works now. Natural 20 is whatever the result of the roll is, it goes 1 step up. So if a 23 hits his AC, it's a crit.
Yep.
If
He
a
has-
23
he has-
misses his AC,
You crit
it's
on
a
it.
hit.
You got to be
You
kidding
crit
me.
on a 24.
Troy, you hate this every time you hear it.
Yeah.
We've talked about
So
this,
this
like,
was
oh,
this
we
part of the
have?
playtest
Yeah.
too?
Oh, I didn't remember this in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
playtest.
Or did this... Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? I do remember it
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just 1 step up, and ones are
I do
1
hate
step
it.
down. So if you roll a natural...
But only because I'm in this chair.
If
Right.
you have such a ludicrously high to hit, and you roll a natural 1, and you still hit the creature, it's just a miss. Or no, I'm sorry, you actually hit the creature.
Yeah, you actually hit it. I think it's
which is
great.
crazy.
It's great because it makes the characters, if they fight like a dragon at our level, like it makes them heroes. Like,
Yeah.
even if they won't win, they can still hit if they get that natural 20.
Well, really,
That's
it
what I love about
really just kind of mimics the confirmation system
Yes.
with
yeah.
with the single roll.
Exactly.
true.
It means that as Hawkraven, I can't crit some ridiculously powerful creature. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not possible.
Well, what you can do is immediately kill that first guy.
All right.
Nice.
Yes.
In the
Nice.
first
Another
round,
D10.
pop, pop.
Boom, boom. 2
That
arrows
is
come out, and that
shocking.
that's the end of his turn.
All right.
Whew.
It is their turn.
No, all of them.
The first guy, first
See this friend
action,
die in misery.
is the one standing next to all the prisoners up there.
No.
Oh, boy.
He looks at his friend fall, and he just goes like this. Pushes them off.
No.
And they just like, chain. And you can see like a little hand grabs up and
Oh my God, that's
holds
amazing.
onto the edge. Meanwhile, the 4 of them are just holding there, and you see the fingers just slipping off the cliff's edge. That's his first action. They are now like that. Oh wait, you can't even see them. They're all. I'll do this. Oh, actually,
They're in the water.
I think I included the thug. No, there is. All right, so yeah, he pushes them off. Let's actually get them in the water. Second action. Oh boy, you guys are far away. He will draw his crossbow. He'll draw a photo of his crossbow, and he will shoot at. Who's visible here? Pima and Nero.
Oh no.
Let's see. 1 through 3 Nero. 5. Oh, Nero.
Oh, come on.
Boy.
All right, let's
fine.
use my
Sorry, buddy.
brand new glass cannon die.
Oh, no.
Woo! Crossbow! Roll 14 to hit.
More like Horse Foundry.
Oh.
16 is my AC.
Oh, man.
Question: are you flat-footed if you haven't acted in combat in 2E?
I don't believe so.
No.
Okay. And that is a big ole miss. He pushed, drew his crossbow, and he fired. That's his action.
Wow.
All right. All right, let me see their speed here. This guy right here next to his fallen comrade is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He has to double move in order to get up to Nero.
Not on Nero
right to Nero.
again.
You mean stride twice?
Stride twice, excuse me. Little double stride. He can you free action draw your weapon as you're striding in 2E, do you know?
No, I don't believe so. Well, actually, just
I
go
think
ahead
you
and do
can.
it. Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Okay.
I think you can.
All right.
I
well,
don't know that you can't by any stretch.
He pulls out, I believe it's a sap. Yeah, he's going to pull out a sap as he does so, an agile sap, and swing at Nero. Natty 19.
Oh, no. What's the result?
On the old glass
What's the
cannon
total?
die.
What's
That
the
is going to
total?
be a 25.
That is not a critical.
Ooh,
9.
very
One more
close.
higher, it would have been there.
And the damage, minimum damage, 4 points of
Oh,
bludgeoning.
you are-
just get
oh.
Ouch.
Lucky.
You just got sapped. All right, this dude, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, takes a single stride up to Pima, and then we'll just sap twice. First sap. Ooh, that's a 20, Pima.
That hits.
Hits Pima
no.
for 8 points of bludgeoning
Ooh.
damage. This is an agile weapon, so normally the penalty is -5, -10 if you do 3 attacks. Now it's -4 for the second attack. Instead, Pima just swings. Oh, that's going to be a 13. Miss on the second attack. All right, this guy fired the crossbow. This guy up here.
You already acted.
No, there's 5 guys altogether. One's dead. One pushed off, fired a crossbow.
Isn't this the guy who pushed?
Yep, this guy I'm saying right here. He is actually going to draw his crossbow and just stride up to there and stay, like saying, "You stay away, you stay away, you stay away from my friends. You just killed my brother." And it is now Pima's turn.
It is Pima's turn,
Pima!
eh? Okay, so Pima is going to draw.
Yeah,
That's tough.
Where are?
so that's pretty tough.
So while you're looking that up,
Pima.
I'm 90% sure that you can draw as part of a move action right away, because I remember looking at possible second level feat for the ranger is quick draw. And the wording in quick draw is you do not have to draw a weapon as part of a move action or whatever. Like, you can move it and not use an action, basically, instead of as part of a move
Right.
action.
I like when you learn something from another thing.
Yeah, from another rule.
Piece
Yeah.
it together from. Yeah.
Okay, here's what Pima would like to do.
Okay.
He's going to stride 3 times.
Ooh.
Race across the entire map towards the hand
Yeah,
hanging onto
damn
the
right.
edge of the
Wow.
rock,
Yeah.
Okay.
and grab onto the hand.
Okay. Stride 3 times, race down there, and you don't know if they can take attacks of opportunity.
I
You don't know
do
if they
not.
have a reaction. And they don't. So, or at least they don't take it. You're able to get there.
So
Stride 3 times or stride 2 times?
3 times. I'm a dwarf. I can only move.
When you can't grab
So you
the
can't
hand.
manipulate, use a
Oh, it's a
manipulate
manipulating.
action
Okay.
to grab the hand.
I will get there.
You're like, and he's just like,
Great.
Is there a difference between manipulate and interact?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, there probably is like a semantic difference with certain things. Okay. But yeah, I don't.
As she goes, she draws her great pick.
Throws it into the water
No.
in a fit of anger.
You could slam it down into the guy's hand, pinning him there. I will join you. A thank you would be nice.
If it were me, I might release my other hand in agony, which would defeat the purpose.
That's true.
It is Ecthelion's turn.
Ecthelion, so he sees that these guys don't appear to have reactions. So he is going to move around behind this guy that's attacking Nero And with one action, and then he is going to unleash a flurry of blows.
Oh boy.
On this
Oh,
dude.
hell yeah.
First to hit roll is a 22.
That is a hit.
Yeah. And that, 1 point of damage.
Okay.
And second roll to hit is an 18.
18 hits.
All right. And that is 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And please make a fortitude save.
Oh, the old 40. Let's see what his fort bonus is. There it is. That is going to be a 15.
Okay, that is a fail. You are stunned. That is stunning fist. I hit you with at least one punch and a flurry of blows, and you are stunned for 1 round.
Is stunned, I
Beautiful.
believe I lose 1 action. Like I only have 2 actions instead of 3. Is that what stunned is?
I don't know. We'll look it up real quick.
Look up stunned. I might be misremembering, but I think this came up in the PaizoCon game. So that dude is stunned, and it is Nero's turn.
Nero is going to reach out, seeing these fools not do attacks of opportunity with his mace and attack for his first action. 1 action attack with the mace. 10.
No.
All right, then
no.
he is going to cast Burning. Oh, wait, but Ecthelion's there. There's. Let me see if I can position it with a proper burst.
It's going to be tough.
I think if I do it. No. Shoot!
I guess you'll just have to burn Ecthelion.
No. I am going to actually cast. Oh, that's going to be a burst too.
Burn me!
Heal, just maybe a cure light on the guy.
I would
just
love to do that. This positioning, if I were a melee combatant, this would be excellent. But it's not. So Nero's actually going
not.
to cast Sleep, a spell called Sleep.
Ooh. How many actions is sleep?
2.
Okay.
So my final 2 actions. On this gentleman right directly adjacent to me to the right of the cliff.
Okay.
So I believe it's a 5-foot burst, which would be 4 squares from that point, but he's the only one that's going to be affected.
Okay.
Give me a will save.
Little will save. You're the only one I let have your mace already be drawn. Natural 20.
Oh.
On the brand new.
Oh.
That's going to be
Glasscannon
like,
die.
yeah.
Wow.
That's the creature is unaffected.
Oh, no.
So you see Nero reach out, like fail with his mace, and then just go, and nothing happens.
Wow.
That's
Ooh,
his turn.
that felt good on this. That feels real. When you see that logo come up, it just feels more personal.
I want to roll one day.
Yeah. No. Round 2 of the Pathfinder 2.
Round 2.
Silent Tide conversion. Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Corrupt.
Before I get into it, Skid, your thing says stunned for 1 round.
It says stunned. I think it just
says stunned
it says
1.
I think it's stunned 1. So
All right, so stunned
it's
1 means he
action.
loses 1 action.
Right.
thought.
And if it's a critical fail, then it's stunned 3.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and there are stunned that are based on time, where you lose all actions for that time. So it could be
Really?
stunned 4 rounds. The example in the core rulebook is stunned 1 minute. It's like you can't act for 1 minute.
Like the combat.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So you're dead. All right.
What are you thinking, Hawk, Raven?
So I'm just trying to assess the battlefield here. This is an enemy, and this is an enemy.
If they don't have a name, they're an enemy.
But there's only 2, right? I'm just having a hard time seeing
There's
them
4
now.
alive.
Oh, there's 4 alive.
Yeah.
There's one next to me. There's one in the.
There's one next to Pima.
Oh, I see.
One
I
in the
see.
middle of the
Far in
battlefield.
the back.
One flanked by Nero and Ecthelion.
Okay.
And one right up near you.
All right. You know what? Hawk Raven, seeing what Pima's objective is going to work this out. He's an intelligent ranger.
Is he?
And he's going to attempt
Another
to keep
playing against type move on your part.
I like to build characters that do what I can't, which is every character and every ability.
Isn't that what we all do?
Yeah, that's pretty much. We all
Especially
do.
when I give him a high con. Like, oh man, this guy's so healthy. All right, I am going to shoot at the one that's next to Pima.
Okay.
So I am going to first hunt prey. As part of the free action, I'm going to size this creature up. And the reason I'm going to keep doing this is because if I critically succeed, I can give all of my allies a bonus against this creature.
Oh, nice.
Looks like you had a clean shot, and your bow doesn't take any penalties for being that far away.
Oh no, the bow is like 100 feet.
120.
It actually,
120
it actually
feet,
takes penalties within 30 feet.
Okay, that
It's
makes
called
sense.
volley.
Yeah, you've got a nice,
now,
clean shot.
Well,
Actually, no.
there is an enemy in the way.
You've got a better shot at Pima.
I do have a cleaner shot at him. There is one enemy in the way. He's going to aim to get over that enemy and hit her. Or hit that one that's next to him.
So how does this work? Does that guy get a bonus to his AC?
Yes, +1.
+1?
+1 to AC.
Is it plus for every combatant in the way?
Nope. Just +1 if there's soft cover, which is creatures between you and the target.
I'll adjust it accordingly in my head.
You can do whatever you want as a GM, though.
All right, +6.
There is a lot of written GM freedom in the core rulebook.
Yeah.
A lot of the GM determines what is cover and what isn't cover and all that kind of stuff. They give you some basic outlines, but instead of doing any of the four corners, drawn straight line to any of the four corners of the target,
It's just a call.
They just say go from the center to the center. If it passes through something, they have cover. They have a bonus
like
to their
that.
AC.
Yep.
But the GM can determine how severe that bonus is.
Okay, so you're getting you guys getting a +1 to his
+1
AC.
to AC. I'm going to first hunt prey and do a society check.
Okay.
I freaking nailed it, dude. So 27.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a critical success.
Yeah,
Yes.
so critical success, I can call out to Pima, like a weak spot. You know what I mean? Like,
His knees.
Pima, his knees are he's had multiple knee surgeries. And
Face.
I can
He's not
see,
wearing anything over his face.
see the arthroscopic scars.
He's Greg Oden. He played for the Trailblazers.
How does exactly? You've seen this happen before with Hawkraven. He pinpoints a
Punch
a
that old
weakness,
man.
and you get a +1 to hit if you try to hit the enemy. And all of you guys, that enemy you can get a +1 to hit.
Nice.
And I will. Let me see. Hold on a second. Okay, and you also get, this is my second level ability, a +1 to AC against that creature.
Excellent.
And a +1 to saving throws, but I don't think he's going to be casting spells.
You don't know.
And then I'm going to do hunted shot, so 2 shots. First shot, 24 to hit.
That's another crit.
That's
nice.
another crit.
Yes.
Another crit.
Awesome.
God,
I don't know if I like all these
I
crits.
love this guy, man. That is 18 points of damage.
Oh, you know what? It's not a crit because of the +1 to its AC.
You said it was 20. Oh, you're right. It's 25 now.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. So regular hit, I'll take the higher of the D8s that I rolled. No,
Okay.
Just kidding. It is 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then second shot is a miss with a
Sure?
9. Yep.
You
with a
gotta always
9.
tell me because it could be a critical miss.
Oh,
I
right.
have a-
9.
Yeah, 9 is a miss.
But a critical miss, I think, on an attack is still just a miss. It doesn't do anything.
Not a fumble.
No, there's no fumbles, if I'm not mistaken. There's fumbles for spells and stuff like that.
Right,
but,
right,
but
okay.
not for. Actually, I don't think there's any fumbles for strikes.
You know, it's funny. I saw they're releasing a critical failure deck, but maybe that's just for.
I don't think it's
spells.
part of the core rulebook. I don't know.
Maybe we'll have to bring it into our game.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely bring it into our game. Fan fumbles, baby.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Was that it?
I don't know.
You
I don't know if
hunted prey and you shot twice. Oh, the shot twice
is one action. So I don't know if I
action.
want to take that -10 and stay back, or I'm going to stay back just in case Nero or gets into trouble.
Okay.
One more shot. I could get a natural 20. It's a natural 15. That's jeez. So it's a net -2. So it's 13. So it's a miss.
That's a miss. Yeah.
Okay.
Not too shabby though. It is their turn. Okay. Okay. So the guy who went last is going to stride forward up to the group here. The group being Ecthelion, Nero, and his 2 good buddies.
Good buddy.
First action was stride. His second action, you just see, if you look quickly, it almost looks like the hound on his arm is like coming to life. And he just
so
like looks
awesome.
up in the heavens and he's like, oh, and he lets out this like war cry. And all of his friends down, not the ones up at the top of the cliff or the one up at the top of the cliff, the one that's flanked by Ecthelion and Nero and the other guy, just like, oh, they join him in the and they look like they're ready to fight. They get a little bonus
I love it.
to their action. And by the
So
way,
cool.
that power is courtesy of Erik Mona. He was like, these guys need a little something
Little
extra,
juice.
a little something extra.
Little gang juice.
Little gang juice.
Hashtag gang juice.
Gentlemen, may I interrupt you for a second?
Oh.
Our good friend Yoda ate my head.
Yes, of
pointed
course.
Out. Sometimes monsters have reactions that trigger off a critical fumble against it.
Okay.
You need to know if it's a critical miss, since that might trigger a monster's reaction.
Thank you, Randy.
Also a shout to Steve Geddes for pointing that out to me.
Oh.
Keep me on my toes. Keep me honest here, folks.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you.
Thank you, Randall.
We're going to teach you this game yet, Randy. What did he say? No. All right, so those guys are getting a little bit of a boost. I want to make sure I remember this boost. That and that. Okay, so let's talk about the guy that is being flanked by Ecthelion and Pima. He is just going to stand.
And Nero.
Ecthelion and Nero. He's going to stand and bang here. He's fired up from his buddy's war cry. And so he is going to first sap attack on Pima. Nero.
Ecthelion.
Don't even say it.
Where's the human, the dwarf, and the...
Are you kidding me?
Natural 20.
Oh my
Oh,
God. This is the GCP die?
Oh,
GCP
no.
die again.
Oh,
It's a
man.
dangerous die.
I feel like you
beautiful.
are making this
Hey,
up to sell dice.
Troy, can I see that die?
This is so shady.
Sure.
Can I see it?
See it?
Of all the dirtiest
hold
See it
tricks.
right there?
Can I hold it?
Nah. Nah. This could be ugly. I got to double this. Ooh. It's 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, my
man.
God. Are we... Oh,
Sap!
wow.
Oof.
Sap! He's sapping his strength.
Is that what a sap does? It makes the sound.
Yeah,
Sap?
whistles
why.
through the air.
And like a bunch of
Yeah.
syrup flies off of it.
Yes.
That's sticky too. Why is it sticky?
It's full of sap.
Painful and sticky. Are you unconscious? Are you okay? You're going to be all right?
I'm all right.
What do you mean you're all right? How are you all right?
Oh, hold on.
He
Hold
is
on.
going to
hold
lose a
on.
hand.
Joe O'Brien, the guy who always says you're fine. How dare you respond with, what do you mean you're all right?
Put it in the book.
Going to death and dying?
He swings at Nero, and then he whips back at Scooby-Doo over there, Ecthelion. All right. Whew. It's going to be a -4 because it's an agile weapon. So 10 to hit. Miss. Right?
To me?
Ecthelion,
Oh,
yeah.
yes. That is a miss.
And then a final swing at Ecthelion is going to be at a is it -4, -8 for an agile weapon?
Yes.
All right, so the second, the third attack is going to be a -8. So the cumulative of that plus the bonus from that. All right, it's a miss.
Yeah.
So he really nails Nero, sees that he did a lot of damage to him, and then just whap, 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 tries to hit the elf and misses. The other guy notices that Ecthelion did not get hit, and so he strides up to Ecthelion and swings twice. First swing with the sap. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Hits Ecthelion for 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Excuse me, 6 points of bludgeoning. No, 7 because of the war cry. And then swings
cry.
again. This one's at a -4. Oh, boy. 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Oh, thank
also.
you.
Oh, minimum
Thank you.
damage, 5 points
Okay.
now with the +1. He's getting a
man.
+1 to attack and damage with that cry that the guy did. So that's that guy's turn. Pretty good turn for those 3 guys. Let's talk about the guy that's attacking Pima. He is,
Pim.
actually, wasn't one of these guys stunned? Yeah, the guy that attacked his second attack on Ecthelion couldn't have happened.
Okay.
He's stunned. I have a little snail thing there. I don't know if you can see it behind
It's
Ecthelion's
behind
name.
Ecthelion's name, yeah.
So I did cheat there, but it didn't hit, so it didn't matter.
Okay.
Who's this guy? Is that my guy? Oh, that's the guy that cried out. Ah! All right, this guy here with Pima. He's going to turn and face you, you son of a bee. He's got a crossbow. Not something you want to fire at this close range. So
Stab her with it.
can I take a guarded step here?
I don't know
Just-
where
just
you
step.
are. Sorry.
Up top there at the
Oh, okay.
the end of Torsten's
Sure,
Mosh.
sure.
He'll take a guarded step. I'm not even going to roll neon green tonight. I'm just going to shoot with my crossbow. Oh, Pima! 16 to hit.
Miss.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Right.
All right. This is just stupid. But I'll swing again. I'll shoot again.
Do you have to reload?
You have to reload.
I have to reload. Okay.
It's an action, right?
I won't worry about that now.
Yeah,
you're-
reload 1 for crossbow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So natural 1 anyways. So the reload was my final action. That's
Okay,
their
so
turn.
you're ready for next turn.
All right. Good round for those guys. It is Pima's turn. Pima, you are faced with a guy that's firing crossbow bolts at you from 10 feet away and missing. And a guy that's fingers are dangling off the edge.
Bull rush. Bull rush.
The guy hanging
It doesn't
up the-
exist.
Oh.
In Pathfinder
well,
Pathfinder Second Edition.
I think it's a fighter feat.
So instead, Pima will will step over to him and then shove him. Should we use the athletic skill to give him a shove?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So I attempt an
A bull
athletics
rush?
check against your fortitude DC.
Oh.
Hey,
nice.
you know what? Nice job looking up how that works, because that saves me a lot of time. I appreciate that.
You ready?
No. But yeah, fortitude DC. Got it.
Okay. 21.
Oh.
What happens if you pass? I'm asking for a friend.
Critically succeed or just succeed?
Just succeed.
I push him back 5 feet.
It's critical 10 feet?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter because that, well, you know what? That space is, it looks like it's about 40% cliff and 60% water. Am I?
That's a gentleman's 25. If I've ever seen it.
That is maximum 33%.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
Maximum.
45, 50.
No, you're
Such
insane.
a piece of trash.
It's
human.
mostly cliff.
Also, you know how slippery
Well,
things
you can-
are.
Anytime you fall, anytime,
I got a grab
you get a
reaction.
grab reaction.
It's grab and edge as a reaction. Page 472, Joe.
And
Matthew. I love it. Give this guy a bottle cap.
what is the DC? It's athletics
Wait a
check. DC what?
What's the story with our hero points?
We don't do that.
God
I
damn
thought
it.
about
I
it.
knew you were going to say that.
You can earn bottle caps, but you don't start with hero points.
So you are
Going against the
going
core
against the rules of the game.
Yes.
You're not that kind of guy. normally.
However, I believe they're optional.
They're not.
I
optional.
believe
First of all, everything is optional.
that's
So
what I wanted.
just silly.
That's what I
Every-
meant to say.
yeah.
Yes.
Everything is optional, but
The game
you
is optional.
don't consider anything in Pathfinder.
We don't have to
1E
play this at
optional.
all.
No, we don't have to
I'm-
play.
I don't
We
even
hope
do
with our
this.
families.
I thought about this today, and I was gonna. Wait, are we going home? Hey, do you like my Twitch water bottle?
Oh, that's nice.
They gave that to you?
Nope. A friend,
bought that at a store?
A friend of my wife's, a friend of mine as well. She works.
Mostly a friend of your wife's.
Well, she's like my wife's best friend.
Well,
She
you're
worked an
unlikable, too.
event. That's true as well. She worked an
Oh,
event for
yeah.
Twitch, and they gave out these bottles. She said, "Do you think Troy would like
Oh.
this?" And she gave it to me.
That's awesome.
So I'm gonna take a sip of this.
Stalling.
Oh, that's twitchily good.
I just think, we know a couple people at Paizo. I think that we should ask the opinion of someone. If those are removed from the game, how else we should be benefited in some way? Like a tiny little boon.
They're optional, and so are you.
Wow.
What is my DC for this athletics check?
How dare you? Your
We'd have to
fortitude
you
DC.
just-
We have to go to
checkmate.
page 472.
grab and edge.
I don't have that.
The grab and edge.
Yeah. What is going on? Trying to look up rules, you two.
I still like the idea that that's mostly rock.
You know what? If that's the way you're going to be about it,
Can you roll a flat?
when I
check for me?
shove at an angle.
You know, you did roll high enough. I'll use the grab and edge. Let's play with the
Grab
new
and
mechanics.
edge. You
It's
must
athletics,
succeed
right?
at a reflex save.
A reflex DC.
Oh
He's pretty spry.
man, it says usually at the climb DC. Yeah, so you need to know the climb DC of what this rock would be. So basically,
I can make it up on the fly.
yeah, it's basically 15 if it's easy.
He grabs the edge.
Okay.
Okay,
I
now,
rolled very high.
Did you roll critical success?
No.
Okay, so on a regular success, if you have at least one hand free, you grab the edge. It's stopping your fall. You still take damage. Oh no. Okay, no, that's it. Yep, you grab the edge.
I have the edge grab, so I am not unlike
That's very
the
cool.
people that he threw off.
Well,
It's so funny. You just moved his pawn, and it literally looks like
It
the
looks like
pawn
he's-
is hanging on.
He's got
the
like
edge.
one fist. Yeah, there's just one arm hanging.
It's so
on.
like so perfect.
Yeah, that's
Picked a
funny.
good guy.
He's
Well, as a part of the shove action,
Stop it.
you can stride after it.
And then cut someone's hand off.
Well, you can move up. I can move up to 5 feet, so I will do that as part of the action,
Really?
and then I will drive my great pick down into this guy's head.
Yes.
or at least try to.
Yes.
Son of a
He tried to throw a bunch of senior citizens off of a cliff.
He succeeded as well.
13 to hit.
13 to hit.
Oh no, 14 because of Hawkraven.
Yes.
His AC is 14.
Yes, Hawk Raven. Oh man, I love it. Got that second level feat working for me.
many-
Working
what
for the
do I-
party.
All right,
Come on, dude.
that is 12 points of damage.
He falls into the sea.
Yeah! Splash. Make him tiny. Make him tiny for a second.
Oh, fun. It's just like,
Is his hand still on?
It's really working. It's really working.
Oh, that's amazing. That is the farthest fucking drop.
How high behind these cliffs. Oh my gosh.
500-foot cliff.
Eclipse of insanity.
It's 35 feet high.
Has he hit the water yet, or is he still just
Wait,
that
I'm
small?
back. One last thing.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh God.
It really plays.
It's like Hans Gruber.
Are you done, Pippa?
Yes.
All right, Ecthelion.
Oh, hey, by the way, no, we did not catch this form in 237. At Official Paizo is on the stream.
Artificial.
I wonder who that
we
is, though.
apologize.
I wonder who is manning the account.
I know now that Dan Thorpe
Dan-
has said his goodbyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
want
I'm not sure who
names?
it is, but thank you so much.
Thanks for coming
tuning
by.
in.
We're having fun. Ecthelion, Orphan Puncher.
Ecthelion. So there's still this person. All right, there's threatening. There's
Yeah,
one.
2 down, 3 to go.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to continue because Nero got pretty lit up before.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep focusing my flurries of blows at this guy until he goes down. So first attack. That is a 17 to hit.
17 is a hit.
All right, and that is 3 points of damage.
Okay, just chipping away with these fists.
Second attack. That is so that is the fist is an agile weapon, so it's just -4, so that's 6. That's a 13,
Carry
so
the
that's a
2.
miss.
That one's a miss.
All right, and then I'll make a final attack, and that is 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Yes. Okay. And 6 points of damage. The little GCP logo on the 6-sided die too.
Nice. On the blood of your enemies.
Yeah.
6 points of damage. Okay, he
love it.
is still kicking.
And make another fortitude save.
Oh, God. That is an 18.
Okay, he saves.
So he's not stunned anymore?
Not stunned.
What is he rolling against? Your class DC?
My class DC.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
And
by
your
the way,
when you say
Dan-
class
sorry.
DC, by the way, this is a term we've used a couple times. We haven't explained it. It's your highest attribute bonus.
Your key attribute.
Your key
Your
attribute
key attribute bonus. So I guess you could,
plus your proficiency.
if you like played against type, you would just have a lower class DC.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you were like
a really
a,
dumb wizard.
a
say.
fighter who did 18 intelligence,
Basically,
Yeah,
if you
right.
design a character like
you
Joe
still
designs
only
his
get
characters.
yours.
Yes.
Right. A
Yeah.
Joe.
Precisely.
Right.
Yes.
If you went 18 intelligence and 10 strength, your class DC would be 10.
Yeah.
10 plus
I
0.
basically did that to Hawkraven because I did not put much into his wisdom, which is like the Ranger's main thing.
That's the
But
sound.
I was like,
of-
I'm going
that's the
to
sound
play an
of
intelligent
no one
Ranger.
being surprised.
Oh, Dan Servo. Dan.
Yeah, Dan's here
he's
as well.
also.
Danny Thorpe!
Oh my
son of a
God,
bitch!
Danny!
Thorpe! Daniel, son of a bitch! Come on, fly out here!
Hey, come on.
You can take Joe's seat.
Damn it.
All right, Ecthelion, do
You
you
just
have
have to
anything
read
else?
the rule book all the time.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Any other actions, Ecthelion?
That was my third. No, that's it.
It is. Nero's turn. Nero.
Nero
2
spits,
down.
spits blood out of his mouth.
Got
Ah.
sapped. Spit sap.
You can't keep a good man down, and he steps into directly adjacent to the enemy he had been previously toe-to-toe with.
Uh-huh.
It's a strange move until you realize he's going to use 2 actions to let out an orthogonal 15-foot burst of burning hands, which will let him
Oh,
shoot
nice.
1 flame out directly in front of him, and then 2 rows of 3.
So it won't hit the guy that Ecthelion's after, but it'll hit the other 2 guys.
And most importantly, it won't hit Ecthelion.
Ecthelion. Okay.
So you have a reflex save.
reflex save. They both have a reflex save,
Yep.
yes? All right, so the first guy rolls a 10.
Fail.
Yep. Second
Nice.
guy rolls a 17.
That is exactly the DC.
So regular old success.
All right, so that's...
Oh, no.
No.
Oh no.
I feel like Joe. I don't know how.
And I feel like Grant.
3 points of damage to the one who failed.
Okay. Was that the second one or the first one?
I don't remember.
I remember, okay.
It was
And
the
then
first
the-
one. First one failed.
And
And,
then the next one, just 1 point of damage?
Yeah, just 1
Or
point.
do you roll the damage twice?
No, it's 1 point of damage.
1.
Oh, and I think I have dangerous. Let me just make sure. I have dangerous sorcery, so they both get an additional point of damage on top of that. So it's 4 and 2.
That is dangerous.
Dangerous sorcery. If I'm
Playing
man.
with fire.
I might be remembering that incorrectly, but you know, we're having fun.
I'll give it to you. Here's the thing. We talked about doing an intermission tonight because we want to practice with tossing an intermission into the mix. But
Yes.
I need a good cliffhanger to make sure people come
There's
back.
literally
Sorry.
a guy just hanging from the edge of a cliff.
Yes.
Right.
We
Well,
could
that
have
is
done
a,
it then.
that
But
is a
we
pretty
were a
good
little
cliffhanger.
early.
Yeah. You know what would be an even better cliffhanger?
Yeah.
It's the end of round 2. Pima went to push that guy off, the guy's hand slips and he falls into the water.
Oh no!
We'll be back in 10 minutes. Randy, take us to the BRB.
Oh, shit!
It's intermission time.
We'll be right back. Is it just me or were you guys super into that intermission
Man,
song?
that is such a good song.
Oh my god, I wanted to do so many drugs.
Wow, that song is
I gotta
so
say-
Is that
good.
what you were in the bathroom for so long?
Wanted
Don't
to.
tell people that.
We've done a pretty good job, and I'll give the credit to Joe and Troy. I think have picked most of it, but the music for the podcasts have been great.
Pretty solid, right?
Pretty solid.
This is just our new stream music.
Yeah, it's
We
great.
picked in 2 minutes
We
the other
picked in
day.
2 minutes.
Joe was
Oh,
like,
well,
I
it's
need stream
another-
music quick.
It's another Kevin MacLeod special. I'm sure many of you out there know Kevin
Oh,
MacLeod.
Kevin.
He composes a lot of great stuff for people that love video games. He just knows what he's doing in that realm. He also composed the Glass Cannon theme song, the
And
Androids and Aliens theme
You
song.
make it sound like we
action.
commissioned
the
him to
Cannon
do it.
Fodder theme song.
We didn't commission him. He just happens to make these things. and
No,
we're
I know,
like,
but like you hear his stuff in a lot of places that
Yeah.
are like nerd heavy because he's very good.
Incompetech.com.
Incompetech.com. That's
Yes.
correct.
So we
Get
got
all on these.
reformat for Glass Cannon. We got
Yep.
80s action for Androids and Aliens.
Yep.
What's the
That's my favorite.
cannon fodder called?
It's called Ninja, I think.
Ninja.
Ninja, and
Do
then
you know what this one's called?
I don't know what this one is, and then
called
Reactivator.
and then Skid Raiders of the Lost Continent is one of those.
Yeah, that's like Adventure Island or something.
Speaking of adventure,
Adventure and excitement.
this is going to take 4 sessions, unfortunately. Now,
Damn
I
it.
realize that, but I think it's better that we go through this slowly and get the rules right.
I think so, too,
And I
yeah.
think the people in the chat are appreciating us slowing down a little bit and trying to figure out these rules. Again, a big thank you to Matthew. Not bottle cap thank you, but like good job knowing those fun shove rules.
Honestly,
and
that's the
whatnot.
nicest thing you've ever said to me. So.
The night's young.
Oh my God, 5,000 bits from Reverend Mother.
Come
Whoa,
on,
Reverend Mother
Mother.
Gaius
Thank you.
Not to
Moorhead.
be
Thank
outdone.
you.
Look at these top 3 bit people are Steve Geddes, Saratogarian, and
That's
Reverend
Saratoga
Mother.
Ryan. That's the
Saratoga
one I told you we were driving right by Saratoga.
Saratoga.
When we were driving right past Saratoga on our way to Lake Placid, I was like, we should
Saratoga
shout out
Ryan.
Saratoga Ryan. What's up, Saratoga Ryan?
Saratoga
Hey,
Ryan.
buddy.
And
Number
Dante's Lukewarm Sauna gave us 1,000 also. So,
Lukewarm sauna.
yeah.
That's nice. I like that name.
Also,
That's
Baby
also in
Metal.
Saratoga
Baby
Springs.
Metal has been quite generous the entire night.
Baby metal?
Baby metal.
Baby
Oh,
You know who else
thank
has
you,
been
Baby
generous
Thank you,
with
baby.
his time? Mr. Randy Gardner.
Hey,
Randy, how you
hey,
going
hey,
over there,
hey.
buddy?
Thank
You having a
so
good
much,
time?
buddy? You having fun, dude?
We
Who,
miss
me?
you.
Good to see you, everybody. Little fact about myself. Many years ago in Newfoundland, Canada, my great-grandfather used to deliver mail by dog sled. My great-grandmother used to punch orphans. True
What?
story. Watch
What?
out, folks. Watch out. We're having fun in the studio tonight. Back to you, boys.
Wow.
There's a very good chance that's true. Anything past a
It doesn't
Randy
say it's
story.
one of those things that you're like, well, he couldn't lie about that. It's not something.
It's a weird thing to lie
it's
about.
too,
to lie
like-
about.
I don't
Yeah.
lie. Not on this. I miss you, Nana and Papa.
We
I miss
fixed
you every day.
We fixed the lights in here. I think it's a little more lit, and it's
a little
about
better.
to get even more lit.
LAF.
Yes.
Yes.
It sure is, Matthew.
Yes.
It sure is. These hostages just fell into the water. Talk about a cliffhanger. Am I right, Grant? Boo! We're having a good time.
Fuck you, Troy.
All right. It is round 3. Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow. All you see is from the distance with your Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow eyes just fingers disappear.
Oh gosh.
What do you do?
So I have 2 active enemies. Is that right? 2 active? No, 3. 3 active enemies.
3 active enemies.
All
yes.
up in Ecthelion and Nero's business. Yeah, he wants to help these people, but unfortunately, I think there's too much going on here. 5, 10, 15,
There's a lot
20,
going on.
25. And there's nowhere for him to drop back, so he's going to take a penalty with his longbow. Unfortunately.
What's that penalty? What are we looking at for a penalty?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I want to say -2. But I'm
Your
considering.
instincts are usually wrong.
Yeah, they usually are.
So I'm going to say -4.
I'm considering dropping it and just like diving in there with going melee because it's a good time and I like to do things that are mechanically terrible.
Okay.
Let me see.
What's your melee weapon of choice?
Volley? -2 penalty for a volley. That is correct. I got it.
All right.
I got it.
I stand erected.
Yeah, you do. Whenever I talk about volley.
I should probably stay sitting.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I like the image of it, so that's what I'm going to do. And I think that he's going to eventually get in this water. So what he's going to do is drop his longbow.
Okay.
He's going to move into position between these two enemies here.
Ooh, that's bold.
Flanking with Ecthelion. Then he is going to hunt prey. So he is going to look at this guy across from Ecthelion.
Okay.
That they are flanking, see if he can spot any weaknesses at the same time.
Just kind of looking, seeing.
That is an 18.
18, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you see weakness.
There we go.
So he's flat-footed?
He is, well, he's flanked, so he's flat-footed. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So nothing, no other bonuses from that action?
No, the other bonuses I would get is like I would know strengths or weaknesses or something insightful. With these creatures, we already kind of know.
Yeah, you know everything.
And if I critically succeed, I can give Ecthelion a bonus.
Right, so
to
it's worth taking that chance.
You got to take a shot, and it's a free action with Hunt Prey anyway. So.
Oh, okay. So you got
and
3
now I
actions.
will take a swing.
Okay.
With my battle axe.
Okay.
Ooh, natural 2.
Oh.
It's the battle axe isn't his weapon.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shit.
Or the die
let's
isn't
see.
yours.
That is a 7.
That is just a miss.
Just a miss, okay.
Yes. But again, we don't know what the critical fumble situation is. So.
Right.
All right, that's your first action.
No, I moved, hunted prey, and swung. That's my whole turn.
Oh, I thought hunted prey
I thought
was
it
a free action.
No, it's a free action to do the recall knowledge as part of the hunt prey.
I'm already tired of it. It is their turn. All of their turn. Oh, boy. Let's just look at the map here. So one guy is off. He disappeared into the sea. Very, very small. So, yeah, it's just these 3 standing and banging here. Okay. The one right next to Hawkraven will spend 2 actions to do that same... it's the same guy. Yeah! He's the one that's just crying out this word. Ah! The dog comes alive on his arm, and their dogs start howling as well on their arm, and they're all fucking fired up. Third action, he will swing at... actually, no, he's not in any range of anybody. So he is actually going to take... He's going to move up and kind of...
Wait,
where is...
what happened to Hawkraven Eaglecrow?
Yeah, where
he
is
was in
Hawkraven?
range. He was directly across from Ecthelion.
Yeah, where'd Hawkraven Eaglecrow go?
He was there.
Brilliant strategy, Jim.
So there's a... Rangers have an ability. It's a 4th action when it's not your turn to go invisible.
Uh-huh.
No, I think I hit delete or something.
Okay.
Like, can I do that? Can I delete my character?
I think you can.
I was trying to do something on Sirenscape, but Roll20 was open, and I think I deleted my character.
I can bring him back, but in the meantime, I'm going to try and kill him with a sap.
All right.
He swings with a sap. Oh, natty 19.
Oh,
Make sure you get your
Jesus,
glass cannon die.
God damn, dude.
At Gen Con. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
That is a hit.
Not a creat.
Not a creat.
All right, that's going to be... because he howled 9 points of bludgeoning damage. You're covered in bludgeon and sap.
It's a bad idea. Getting into this business.
Let me just pull out my backup Hawkraven. Little copy-paste action. Just do me a favor, try not to delete your guy next time.
I guess how do you
Really
delete your own character?
Saves me a lot of time.
Seems like a GM-only sort of action. All right, good job.
Okay, and now let's talk about this guy here that is flanked. He is mad, but he's fired up from his buddy. His buddy is basically saying, like, I know things don't look good. I know one of our guys is dead and one was just thrown into the sea. But do your best. And so he's going to swing at Ecthelion with the sap. Natty 18.
That's
on this red hot die. That is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage on
I'm
Ecthelion.
in rough shape, dude.
Swings second attack at Nero at a -4. And 17 to hit.
Oh my God!
that
no,
hits.
no!
Oh, that
no,
hits.
8 points of damage.
Nero is currently sitting pretty at a -6.
Oh, man!
So he is just
That's not how-
0 and dying 1.
Yeah, there is no negative anymore.
I'm just letting you guys know where I am.
No, I know.
You're
But
at
it's
0.
okay. You can stabilize yourself. All you have to do is spend all your hero points.
Yep.
That's true.
Which is 0.
Which is 0.
So
You used it on a funny joke earlier.
you're stabilized.
Hawkraven
Grant didn't make any funny jokes earlier.
He's just doing like a like a Three Stooges kind of swing. Ecthelion Nero, last attack on Hawkraven at a -, yeah, definitely a miss. Probably even a critical miss, but again.
It's because of Hawkraven's dodging skill.
Now this dude here, he sees Nero's phone. He's like, ha ha, sucker. He's going to swing at Ecthelion here. This is not great.
Actually,
No.
this is really bad.
Yeah, this is bad.
Swing with the sap.
I think this made-up conversion encounter is going to kill the party.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. They don't even have attacks of opportunity. How different it would have been.
Yeah.
They can't die. We know that they advance to 7th level and eventually save Oscar the Unslain.
I thought about that. And
Spoilers.
I thought,
Yeah, for
what are
real.
the stakes if you know that they make it to 7th level and do that? Well, if someone dies here, then we know that that was a fairy tale that never happened.
Exactly.
So that you can die here, Pima. And it may happen right now. It is a 19 to hit Ecthelion.
It's a hit.
You're rolling rocks.
Hits Ecthelion for it's a new die. It is 7 points of
Oh
bludgeoning.
boy. Okay.
And that was the first attack. Then he is going to move. Nero's unconscious, right? So he will move away from Ecthelion, which will provoke.
Well, if he
that
has.
Yeah, if you have an attack of opportunity.
I'm sure.
I don't.
I'm sure you don't.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Okay, and then moves up to Hawkraven and takes his second attack at a -4 against Hawkraven, natural 20.
Jesus, dude. This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
That's the third natural 20 I've rolled on this bad
Ugh.
boy tonight.
Is that only 3? It feels
yeah.
like more.
It
Feels like-
almost,
it
it
feels like
almost
more.
feels like you're lying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Double
Really,
damage.
he's just shilling these dice. That's all he's doing.
Oh, and he had the Warhounder's Cry, so it gives him a +1. 6, 7, 14 points of damage.
I'm literally running away. I have to run away.
14 points
We're all going to die.
of damage.
We're going
Well,
to TPK, Troy.
here's the good news. They've all gone.
14 points.
It is now Pima's turn.
Oh, man. These
Pima, you are
badass,
very far away.
Pima
badass
goes,
gang.
Oh boy.
Zoinks.
So she'll free action drop her great pick. I'll be right back. And she's going to run off the edge of the cliff and jump after the
Wow.
the historian.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
This is what Lucille Ball would do.
Yes, this
Joe.
is
That's right. I'm
This is
picturing
exactly what Lucille Ball
diving off a
would
cliff.
do.
WWLBD.
Swan dive.
I've never seen Joe look so confused / hurt at the same
Oh, I've
time.
never been so, like, you so clearly just killed the party.
You can roll.
It would take me all of my actions just to get to
That's
you this
fine,
turn.
but we might live.
No, that's not true. You can move. Well, are you 20 or 25?
No, don't worry about it. It's over. He did it.
Here's the thing. I need you to roll either an athletics or an acrobatics check. Lady's choice.
But it's
Athletics.
89% rock.
Athletics, DC 15. Don't fail it.
I failed it.
You sure you failed it?
Yeah.
All right, so you smack the water and you take 15 points of non-lethal damage, which is still not great.
No, that's terrible.
But
So I
you,
belly I try to swan dive.
Where is this
I got
coming?
this.
Where is this coming from? What
Troy.
rule is this?
Eric Mona, this is how he converted it. You take 15 points of non-lethal on
For
a
hitting the
failed
water?
check for this particular dive. Yeah.
Okay.
Troy, you said
because
that-
you know what it is? It's 35 feet,
Of
and
falling
usually if
damage.
you fail, you take half the distance.
Yeah, but if you fall into water, it's like as if you fell 10 feet shorter or something like that. That's the rule.
Yeah, so I think you rounded to 15 non-lethal. It's non-lethal.
If you
damage
fall,
in
this
real
is
life.
directly from the core rulebook. If you fall into water, snow, or another soft substance, calculate the damage from the fall as though your fall were 20 feet shorter.
Ah.
The reduction can't be greater than the depth
so
of the water.
damage would be way less. It would be real actual damage, but 7.
I'm going straight from Erik Mona here. You
All
have
right.
to talk to Mona.
All right.
Maybe hit a rock.
Yeah, it's possible.
15 point. Hit a rock just on something.
I just belly flop.
non-lethal.
A non-lethal
belly
rock.
flop.
I belly flop.
Yeah.
Then it's like the water's it's like a concrete surface.
That was just one action. You are in the water, or do you have to move up to get there?
I mean, I assume my stride. I just ran off and then
That's
I
right,
didn't
yeah.
consider
You
falling.
just kept
in
walking.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was your problem. You strode right off. All right, so you have 2 actions left.
Oh,
You see
man.
that they have begun sinking, but they're near you. Now you know that they have chains. They are connected with each other. You can try to break the chains. You can try to pick the locks between the chains, but there are 4 sets of chains.
But they're chained together, right?
Mhm.
So if I were
Heavy chains dragging them to the bottom of the
to,
water's
so like grabbing the
seas floor.
so trying to use my strength to grab the chain and drag them somewhere would not be
No, you gotta break the chain.
break the chain.
If only you had a sharp tool that you could use to hack at this chain and break it.
Yes, if only. I didn't anticipate.
just-
Did you
swinging
leave it
very
up
quick.
there?
Yeah.
You dropped it, right?
I'm just
but I also
picking my
have
brain
a
about what
mace.
that tool could be.
You could just. Looks like you're gonna die with the prisoners. Maybe we can do this in one session.
Can I grab the chain?
Yes.
And I will draw my mace,
Okay.
and I guess that's.
Yeah,
Am I
that's about
supposed to
3. That's
Do I
probably
have
3.
to swim to them, or they're close enough I can just grab it?
You're close enough that you can grab them.
Okay, and then third action would be to draw the mace.
Okay. I'm gonna say that you have a swing action. You could have drawn the mace on
As
your
you were
top.
I
falling
was
into your
falling.
belly.
That's fine.
That's very heroic.
But,
better draw my mace.
Where you're underwater.
I
or
think
you're-
Lucille Ball would have the presence of mind to be able to pull a mace out from her belt as she was falling to watery depths.
you take a -2 because slashing and bludgeoning in water is a
Yep.
-2 penalty.
Okay,
So swing away.
natural 1.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
Matthew, I'm sick of your.
the good news is it looks like we're gonna finish this one tonight.
All right, man.
That's gonna free up one day next week. That'll be
I've
fun.
never been so. Man, I can't wait to call my wife. Want to do a date night?
Day night next Thursday, everybody.
Clear the calendar already.
Get some drinks.
Was Eric?
Wow.
Was Eric angry on his vacation when he converted this? Was he in a bad mood?
This is
To be fair, he has rolled unbelievably,
yeah.
Yes.
and we've rolled okay. Like we haven't rolled terrible. We haven't rolled as spectacular.
I've rolled.
He's rolled
poorly.
amazing. He's rolled 3 crits in this combat.
I don't think I've rolled lower than a 13
Yeah.
on every single attack, and that's with like all the -4s and the -8s or the 5s and the 10s.
All right, I'm done being fair. Erik Mona, I'm coming for you.
Do I have to do some sort of? I guess I use my actions. But what do I
Yeah.
have to do with the? I guess I'm like not
Yeah,
underwater.
you're just like trying to hack away at the nearest chain.
I know what it is. When Erik Mona converted it, because he actually knows the system, he knew that hero points are part of the game.
Yeah. Oh.
And
right.
he thought about that when he converted the system and gave it to you.
There was no mention of hero points in the document. he sent
Again,
me.
if
Oh,
it-
only in
you mean the
in
core
rule
rule
book
book?
itself.
I haven't had a chance to really crack it open, but I look forward to it.
Can I
look
see the
forward to
button?
I haven't had a chance to really crack it open.
it. It is Ecthelion's turn.
Dude,
This
you
is,
have to finish this.
you just
I
have
know,
to kill
I
3
know.
guys.
Flank
with
it.
your
I
fists.
know.
Just kill 3 guys with your fists.
Just kill one. Let's go
No
down fighting.
pressure.
Take out one of these
All
bastards.
right. Does flanking works the same way? Is it just +2? Or no, it's -2 to your AC. Is that how it works?
-2 to your rate. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
right?
When they're flanked, it's -2 to the AC. I'm pretty sure.
like the flanking condition.
I
Look it
don't.
up.
I don't remember this from the book. I remember it from Jason Bullman saying, "You don't add anything to your roll. I take
Yeah,
a
that's
So
flanking."
it's
what
like
that was-
Starfinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm flat-footed. Yeah,
I'm
you're basically
actually-
giving the flat-footed condition, so you don't get the bonus.
Matthew's literally, if you can see this, he's on page 13. What is a role-playing game? That's what he's reading right now. What are
He's
you
looking
reading?
for. He's looking for hero points.
Exactly.
I think it's important to brush up on what a role-playing game is.
There is a glossary in the back.
I think we should all learn.
I'm not going to move.
I know what they are. I want the language saying that Troy is an asshole.
It might actually be in there.
It's in the special thanks.
I'm not going to move. I'm not going to get the thing because I don't want to waste any attack actions. I'm going to use all of my actions, my flurry of blows against this guy.
Dude.
Natty 16.
Okay.
That is a 26.
That is a critical hit.
Yeah, dude.
All right. So,
Huge.
yeah. Max damage, 12 points of damage.
He had 11 hit points left. One down. One down.
Okay. All right.
And remember, you double the die. You don't roll twice. You happen to roll boxcars, which
it
is
doesn't
amazing.
matter, yeah, but I rolled 2 6s anyway. All right, so, and then I step onto his pummeled cadaver, and I
Clearly an orphan.
swing at this guy.
Top or bottom? Bottom is the one that's taken a lot of damage. Top hasn't taken barely any
Oh, I don't
damage.
even see a guy up top.
This guy right here, you're not seeing him?
I don't see anything up there.
Okay, you need a little refresh, but
I
do the
might.
one.
Well, anyway, I'll do the one on the bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the one at the bottom is the one that's between Nero and Hawkraven that you've been pummeling
Okay.
beforehand.
Great. So this is my second and final attack. Natural 2. That's a miss.
Ah, shit.
That is a.
It's an old-fashioned miss.
Yeah,
Old-fashioned
that is an 8. An 8 to hit.
The good news is it's Nero followed by top of the round Hawkraven.
Okay, come on, Nero.
What do I do when I'm dead and
Oh,
dying?
right, you're dying. Right.
All right, so now you roll a
Oh, so first of
recovery
all,
check,
you know
right?
what? No.
Oh, he's supposed
no.
to move an
He moves
initiative.
an initiative to before the creature that put him down. So.
So you would have already rolled this.
Oh, okay. So we got to back it up. a
right.
little
Well, did he just go down this last round?
Yeah, just on this last
when,
enemy's
when
turn.
the person attacks
All right,
me.
so he won't come up until next time.
Right.
Because you're going to bounce in the initiative order.
Yeah.
So, great. I will put you...
There, and then is it top of the round?
Then it's top of the round. It's Hawkraven Eagle Crow. I thought Nero was still alive.
Come on, Hawkraven.
You're
Now-
between two of these guys.
I know, but you say the guy below me is more hurt.
Death's Door.
Death's Door. Okay.
The other guy, though, lots of juice.
Lots of HP. Paizo. All right,
So,
Hawkraven.
Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of ground to stand on, except for the Troy is an asshole. The GM is in charge of awarding hero points. Guidelines can be found on page 507. Usually,
Yep.
each character gets 1 hero point at the start of a session and can gain more.
Right. That's
later
what I'm talking
by
about.
Not just
heroic
one to
deeds.
start with. More.
I would like to point out that I just swan dived off a fucking cliff.
Yeah. And you rolled a natural 1.
But
That was later.
He always has a comeback. He always has a comeback.
Usually,
do
it's
they
the
have
key word.
criteria for awarding them? Like, is a heroic action worthy?
Describing heroic deeds.
Oh.
Fancy you might ask.
Maybe you should be more flowery with your words next time. You should just hire a playwright to write your
I said I
descriptions of how you dive
I had a
off.
whole scene.
What do you think?
There was an
Paizo-
interaction between me and the other characters who weren't paying
Lucille
attention.
Ball.
Lucille Ball then
What did it?
swan dived off a
Hold
cliff.
on a second. When Paizo wrote this, do you think their bar was like, it needs to be someone who is above someone who has a fellowship at Juilliard for writing?
It needs
Like,
to
do you
be
think that
Meryl
was their bar?
That's what I assumed.
It
That's
needs
how
to
I
be,
read it.
It needs to be Walt Whitman. And he needs
His
to
description
launch
of
into the
heroic-
body electric before.
Also, according to the describing heroic deeds text, you have to fill in the description if my description
dare you
doesn't
turn
come
this
up
on
to your
me.
standards.
I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore.
Well, we all know the least possible way to get a bottle cap, aka hero point,
true.
is to what is it?
Campaign for it.
for it. Yeah, it's not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
Never happen then.
Yeah.
Something I forgot to point out: these guys are known as warhounders. They use athletics for initiative. We had talked about using different things. You and Ecthelion and Hawkraven use stealth. They use perception. Perception is the most common. They used athletics, so they were rushing to get this job done.
That's
That
cool.
is-
when
that
you
is
guys caught
interesting.
them, by
They were like
surprise.
all juiced up. It was like, we love murdering.
Yeah.
I
We're so
really
psyched up
like
to murder.
the new initiative system. I
Yeah,
think
that's pretty cool,
It's
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
and also, speaking of Warhounders, my boy Steve Geddes has dropped 5,000.
Oh my
God,
Wow.
Steve.
Geddes, you're out of control.
Geddes.
What's going on?
Steve Geddes is up to 21,000 bits on the day.
Wow.
He started last night his time.
Because
Just
of your stream.
donate.
That's
Yeah, he was this morning. We were doing morning meeting. He was throwing them
Yeah,
around.
he gave my brother-in-law a birthday present. By the
Yeah.
way, if you're here, Russ,
He was like
Nick, happy
Pac-Man.
birthday.
He was like Pac-Man Jones in a strip club, just throwing this stuff around.
Making it rain bits.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in Cincinnati,
Bits, just bits, bits.
2013.
It's like Pac-Man. Oh god. I
And
love
Troy,
it.
the chat would also like to know if the weapons the Warhounders are using are doing lethal damage or non-lethal damage.
That's an excellent question.
That is
Sam.
an
Saps are traditionally
they're-
That's
non-lethal.
fragile vessel.
They
and rocket
were.
lettuce.
That was
Rocket
all
lettuce all over that.
non-lethal damage. Yeah.
Oh, so they're not dying, just unconscious.
He's just unconscious. Yeah.
Oh,
You forgot that?
I'm just unconscious.
I looked at agile. I never looked at non-lethal. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he's just sapping you to unconscious. So you're not at dying one. You're just unconscious.
Beautiful.
If
Nice.
any of you go out, you're unconscious.
Things are looking up.
Things are looking up.
right.
You may not die, but you might fail.
I could
Right.
die.
and kill them.
You might drown to death.
Yeah, you
I
might
might
die.
drown.
It is Hawk Raven's. Thank you, chat, for bringing that up. I don't think it's really affected an emotional change. Now you know you're not going to die, but those people might.
No, but I think it affected me greatly because I would not have gone with lethal force at people that were attacking with non-lethal weapons, and I also probably would have ran after to save the people.
Sure, but I mean they're trying to kill people.
I do understand that.
You know.
Like, I'm not saying they're good dudes.
Right.
I'm just saying I
You
probably
also
would go after the people.
Might not have run away like a little child.
Run away. I only ran in.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think you're understanding
You
what's
said you were
happening
going to
right
run away.
now. I did.
I'm in the water.
They did shoot.
I'm drowning.
My defense is I'm drowning.
One of them did shoot a crossbow. It's Hawk Raven's turn.
All right, Hawkraven is going to move out of flanking. Dangerously provoking reactions, perhaps, to flank the hurt dude with Ecthelion.
Okay.
So he's going to get into that position.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I should... No, I'm not going to hunt prey. I'm just going to try to swing twice at this guy, I think.
'Kay.
Yeah, I have to hit him once. So
Make
first swing,
it
he's flat-footed.
count.
First swing. Natty 16.
There you
21
go.
to hit. There we go, baby! Battle axe.
Is that a crit?
Almost a crit. You said 21?
21. No, and he's flat-footed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
it's 13, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be 23.
No, he's 14, so it's 12.
12,
It's
22.
22,
Yeah, so close.
Ah.
That is real. I love this system.
That's
In
cool.
this roll, you roll Natty 17 crit. Like that's
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And damage is, come on, 7 points of damage.
Nicely
He's dead.
done.
Yes.
Hawk, Raven,
Eagle Crow!
let me see that Tootsie Roll.
Let me see that Raven Crow.
See that Raven Crow? One more guy remains.
All right.
He's the one that's been rousing
Hold
them
on.
with his war cry.
Hold on. I have an action.
Okay.
Stop the presses.
Yeah, this is.
This just in. O'Brien has an action.
I don't know if this is
News at 11.
too dangerous. You know what? I'm gonna hunt prey on this dude to see if I can give Epithelion a boost. If I can get the roll. So gonna hunt prey on the last guy left. Dude, 24.
Oh.
That's a crit.
It's an AC based or
Class DC.
They're Class DC.
that's a crit.
Yes.
So you get +1 to hit and +1 to AC against
Awesome.
that guy.
Awesome. Thank
Hopefully
you.
can survive his next attack.
met, Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow.
Yeah. So he's like, his weakness is right there under the throat. Wait, I did
Wait.
Dog Ray's voice.
Yeah.
He's right there under the throat.
It's his turn.
Shit. He's acting fast.
Nero's unconscious. Ecthelion's still up. He's got to swing at Ecthelion.
Don't you do it, dude.
Non-lethal. We now know. Natty 16.
Come on. I'm down. I'm
On
unconscious.
the die.
I'm unconscious.
Down unconscious.
Boom! Haha, this will work perfectly. And then he'll just slippery slide up to Hawk Raven.
Slide, slide, slippity slide. Living in the hood is do or die. Come along and ride.
At a -4.
Oh.
11.
No, it's a
Miss.
miss.
That's his third action.
Beautiful.
So
Okay.
there is a glimmer of hope. 2 unconscious characters, 1 in the water, and it is Nero's turn to. Now, if you're unconscious but not dying, you
there's
don't take the
nothing.
die condition. There's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do. I believe that you start recovering after a matter of minutes.
Okay.
If you are
Yeah,
unconscious from
that makes
non-lethal
sense.
damage.
If you were dying 1, you then roll a recovery check to see if you remove the dying condition or if it gets worse.
Yeah.
In this case, you're out of the fight. It's Pima's turn. Pima, this is a big turn for you here.
Can I take a whack with my mace on,
Yeah.
on the chain?
Yep, -2 to hit. Don't forget.
That'll be a 14.
14. Okay. Sorry, I've got so much shit going on here. So, you're swinging at it. 14. So it's got. God, my brain's not working. It's got hardness and hit points. So it's an automatic. Help me out.
Yeah, you just hit it, and then you subtract the hardness. I mean, this is Pathfinder 1, but I think the rules are the same. You subtract the hardness
Do you know what BT is? Something in parentheses. BT.
next
British,
to what?
British telephone.
That's what it is.
Max HP BT on the, next to an item.
Yeah. What's BT?
Break,
break threshold?
broken threshold, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, that's probably what it is, the broken threshold. But you need to actually break through it, I think. All right, so you don't. I think if it has hardness, you automatically hit it. You've just.
So I just got to roll damage?
Yeah, you just got to roll
You
damage.
mean
Or maybe
what-
you don't automatically hit it, but you got to hit like AC 5. So yeah, just roll damage.
Okay. Last turn, that would have made a difference.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you know what you can
an
do?
object is broken when damage has reduced its hit points below its broken threshold.
Okay. Here's another thing, just to let you know, if you don't want to hit it, you can roll an athletics check to just break it open. I didn't give you that option to like force it open with your arms, and then like instead of chipping away at each one because they're all going to take a certain amount of time, you can roll athletics check.
Have you raged? Yes.
No, but that wouldn't give me a bonus. Rage only gives me a bonus to damage.
Oh.
And increase,
Oh, it doesn't increase your strength?
Does not increase my strength.
Right,
in
that's
the
right.
So
second
sorry,
edition.
your 3 options are smack away at them, but you got to separate each guy. Athletics check to force it open, or a thievery pick to thievery check.
I will use athletics to try to force it open.
Okay.
Natty 16, so that's
There you
22.
22. That's a success. So you free one of the guys, and he floats to the surface.
Okay. The
Is it
second
Yargos? You don't know.
I pull. I go for the next part of the chain.
Okay.
10.
10. Fail.
Oh.
And third action.
Since I will say that those two are both within reach, you'd have to move to get to the next one. So go roll a third check here.
Fail.
Fail. One person has been saved.
Is his name Yargos Gill?
You hope.
Does Yargos Gill have gills? Is that why? Is he so named?
Kevin Costner,
I have to
Waterworld?
say it is Ecthelion's turn. Ecthelion is unconscious, along with Nero. New round. Hawk, Raven, Eagle. Growl, go, growl.
I can't believe.
All I want to do is jump in the water, but it doesn't make any sense because my two friends are unconscious. I'll just leave them with this criminal.
This guy could just whip out his. He's got a spiked gauntlet. He could just stab, 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 stab.
Right. How about we call this a draw? Just say you're under arrest.
How about you surrender now? Just come with me quietly to the local jail.
Exactly. And I won't kill you on this turn.
I'll go my way. You go yours.
Exactly. None of this ever happened.
We'll pretend that no one did anything here.
Tell you what, I know Gorbath. I know your boss. I'll tell him some good things about you.
Who the hell's Gorbath?
Don't lie to me.
That's my old boss.
I know who you work for. I know you give favors to.
You don't know nothing. Are you some kind of lawyer?
I smell him on you.
Just attack him.
All right. Oh, shitballs.
Smell him on you.
I smell him on you. All right. This is not going to be awesome. Unless I can crit. Come on.
Yeah, you need the crit.
I need the
really
crit.
need
He
the
has
crit.
too much health. It just has too much health. Actually, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not gonna. Sorry, man. I hate to extend your combat, but
No.
I'm gonna play this a little bit more naturally. I have 5 hit points, so I'm going down. If I don't take him down in one turn, I know the battle axe is not my forte, so I am going to move away 3 spaces, stride.
Okay.
Interact action. I'm going to pick up my longbow, and then I am going to move 25 feet, sort of like 15 feet basically away from this dude, so that he needs a full stride to try to. Actually, that doesn't make sense.
And then you can't attack
I'll
him.
pick I'll pick it up and fire once.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll pick it up and fire once.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get it. It's -2 for the range. Here we go.
If only you had a nice shiny new die to roll.
If only I had one of those shiny new die. Also, he could have cover if you want.
I thought about it.
rocks there. Okay, here we go. Taking a shot. Okay, that's a 21.
That is a hit.
That's a hit.
Not a crit.
Not a
Fun.
What kind of damage are you rolling?
A D8. 3 points of damage. Oh. It does so much damage on a crit. Like, you
Yeah.
got to give it a shot.
Yeah.
The battle axe can't hold a candle to it on a crit.
Ooh, it's his turn.
Ah, boo.
Oh boy.
Boo.
Boo hiss.
Oh boy.
It is his turn.
Ooh. He knows I'm going down.
All right, so you stepped over there. He is going to stride over to Nero and shove a spike gauntlet into Nero.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Is that an automatic hit where he's unconscious?
I don't. Yes.
Sure.
Okay, so
I'll
would
look
he
at
just
conditions, see if
would you just
unconscious
become
is
dying 1 in that case,
Correct.
right?
Yeah. You go down 1 dying step if you take any damage.
If you're unconscious and you take
Yeah.
damage.
Now, if there's a roll of it could crit, but it doesn't sound like you're doing that.
The spike gauntlet does lethal damage.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
The
I'm just
spike
making sure.
gauntlet.
they're soft.
I'm sorry.
spike.
Have you
It's,
seen?
it's a rubber spike.
I'm sorry.
It's just a rubber spike.
Have you
It's a rubber
se-
chicken.
Have you seen a sap before? They're just metal slabs. If you hit someone with that, that would be lethal as shit.
Yeah,
I think they're
sap.
wooden, aren't they?
No, they're
no.
they're like a bag of ball bearings. They're like a little
Yeah.
leather sack of ball bearings.
Yeah, that would be
horrible.
lethal.
Covered in sap.
-4 penalty to AC. So you do
What
need to
did
make an
you roll?
attack roll.
What did you roll?
Then I missed.
Hey.
I missed with that.
Can't hit the broadside of a halfling.
All right, so he's just like, now he's mad, and he stabs again at a -5. I think I might have missed again. Let's see here. 12 at a -4.
Exactly a hit.
Oh.
All right, so now you're dying,
Dying
one.
one.
He moved up to you, stabbed,
That's
missed,
great though, because if he
got
crits,
mad,
you go to dying 2 right away.
stab, you're dying 1. He's just killing your friends. It is now Pima's turn. Nero would then move in the initiative right past him, so Nero rolls a recovery check now.
He would move before him.
Oh, before him, so it's next round.
Next round. yeah.
Okay. What are you thinking, Pima? Are you raging?
No, I was using athletics to break it apart.
Okay.
18.
18 exactly. You break another one free. The woman floats to the surface.
Beautiful.
No,
dude.
not a woman.
No.
For a man!
We know our contact is a woman. Free only men.
You push her back down.
Get back
You
to
have
the
no
chain!
useful information.
Please.
And you said
My life has value.
I have to swim to the
Now
next
you
one?
have to do at least one stride to get to the next one, or swim. Yeah.
So I got to roll a swim.
Okay.
It's an athletics check. But I make it. It's a
Okay.
23.
Nice,
All right.
dude.
You have one action left.
Royal
would-
blue. Royal blue.
Yeah, I
GCP
changed dice, and I'm going to roll again to break the next chain. 21.
You break the next.
Yeah.
Pima.
3 saved.
You are a
Wow.
superhero.
Floats up another dude. Is it Yargos? Who no-gos? It is Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow. Shut up!
Shut up.
Hawk, Reagan.
Guys,
Hawk
we gotta
Reagan.
take a second to thank
You what?
Dante's
Yeah.
Lukewarm Sauna, who's dropped 3 $1,000 bits on us.
Wow,
3 of them.
$3,000.
Made out to
$3,000.
Andy Gardner. Unbelievable.
And I also saw Geezer Rabbit also dropped 500.
Oh,
wow.
thank you, Giza.
Wow.
Very
So
generous.
Thank you.
Juicy
Thank you,
bits.
Thank you,
guys.
Lukewarm.
Bits and subs.
Appreciate that.
Sounds like a great sauna.
Yeah, really.
subs.
Hawk Raven, what are you gonna do here, man?
Hawk Raven.
He's
now,
trying to kill your
remember,
friends.
this guy's already hunted. So
I don't need your life story.
The hunter.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack. So
Okay.
here we go. First
Come on,
First
Joe.
shot with the long
Come on,
gun.
Joe.
crit. Natty,
Oh!
natty 17.
Yeah!
23.
That's
Yes!
correct.
That is a crit.
Yes!
Wait, no. Is his AC down because of being hunted? Because his AC's 14. Unless his AC's down from that hunted prey.
I'm sorry. I need to look up the Monster Hunter thing. If I
Hunt,
crit.
pray, love.
Hunt,
Very love.
You and your allies +1 circumstance bonus to. Oh no, wait, that's not it. You and allies, you target a +1 circumstance bonus to your next attack roll against that prey. That was a previous round, right?
Yeah.
But this was your
Yeah.
next attack roll, right?
But no, I
you-
attack rolled last round.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck. One away
You sure
from
it's
a crit.
a 23?
Yeah, because I'm within
Oh, you took
30
that
feet.
-2.
I took the -2. Yeah. That hurts.
still hits.
That hurts. Yeah, it still hits. Come on, big damage. Big damage, Hog Raven. Good arrow. Good arrow. Max damage. 8
Yes.
points of damage.
Yes.
All right.
All right, come on. Second shot. Miss. A 9, so not a critical miss. And then last shot. Got to roll a natty 20. Saudi! I think it was a natty 17. I'm going to re-roll. It was kind of cracked. No. Natural 11
Shit.
miss.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Shit. His turn. Actually, no, it's Nero's turn to roll a recovery check. Do you know recovery DCs?
It is a flat roll. It's a 10 plus the result of the roll, and it's the DC. No, it's just a flat roll, and then the DC is 10 plus the number of the condition.
Dying. So it's DC
So
11.
it's a DC 11 flat D20 roll.
I've got a choice. I've got a choice between our beautiful new GCP die or the die that's made me yell on many occasions. It's Brittany, bitch.
Britain.
Bitch.
Britain, bitch.
Yes. I'll do ours.
DC
Sorry,
11. Flat.
19.
Ooh. All right, so now you're just unconscious and you lose the dying 1 condition?
Yeah, you're not dying.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah, you go up
Okay.
one,
You
but
go
unless
up
it's a
one
critical
step.
success.
You're
and you get
yeah, you're not. You're no longer dying, but
Is
you
it
are
a critical
unconscious.
success?
It's
What'd
not.
you know?
It's
No,
not.
You couldn't get a critical
Right,
success.
because it's a flat check.
So you are
But next time I go to dying, do I jump down to dying 2?
No,
No,
that's
no.
if you're wounded.
Oh, right.
Which that might happen. So I'll look that up real quick.
All right, well, he's going to try to do the same thing to Ecthelion. Just stab down at Ecthelion.
Anytime you lose the dying condition, you become wounded 1. So you're wounded
Wounded 1. So
Oh,
next time I'll be dying 2.
Yeah, if you gain the dying condition while wounded, increase the dying condition value by your wounded value.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Wow. He stabs down at Ecthelion with the spiked gauntlet. It is a 14 to hit, your AC -4.
That is exactly a hit.
So he hits you and brings you to dying 1.
With dying
Right.
1.
And then he turns and does the same thing to Nero again.
God damn, he's just
Wow.
Wow, what a coward.
Natty 13, and he brings Nero to dying 2.
Oh,
And then he just flips you off, Hawkraven Eagle Trip.
because he knows I can't hit him.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see, 1, those 2. He's got one more action. He'll stab at Ecthelion again, try to bring them both to dying 2.
Oh God.
Wow.
Natty 17.
Oh, come
They're
on,
both
man.
at dying 2. He's just stabbing him and just looking at you, Hawkraven. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It is Pima's turn. Pima, 3 have been saved. There's 1 left. All your friends are dead.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna try.
hear screams.
I'm gonna try to. I'm underwater.
You hear
Also, I have 4 old people who have just been pushed off a cliff.
There's a lot going on.
I'm gonna try to break the final chain.
Okay.
Actually, why would I have to break the final chain?
Right.
1 chain between the first 2. 2 chains between those.
Yeah.
Third. Yeah, you're good. They're all saved.
Yay!
Did anyone bring that up?
Logic wins the day.
Yeah. And you know what? You get a hero point.
All right.
There
we
you go, Pima.
Nice.
Which we do in the form of a bottle cap.
Hey.
Bottle cap.
Intercepted.
Oh.
Now it's mine.
Technically,
Wow.
by the rules of mine, he did get it.
It is a Randall the Great bottle cap.
Oh, wow.
Full of lies.
69 bits for Randy.
Is as far as I can tell, the only way for me to get back up there to help my friends and these people is to start climbing the cliff
Start
wall.
climbing the 35-foot craggy wall.
Okay, let me look up the rules for climb, and I'll start doing that.
That'll be your action.
athletics.
It is.
It's just an athletics check.
What's the DC?
The DC is up to Troy. It
It
varies.
was 15 to
To
grip
grab
onto
on,
the
so
edge.
15, yeah.
15 makes
I mean,
sense.
if any reasonably,
It would be
if someone who
less,
has ever
potentially.
trained in climbing could do it, it's 15. If someone who's ever trained in climbing could do it easily,
Also,
it's 15.
6,000 bits from PJ Love Sauce.
Whoa!
For avoiding the TPK, or hopefully.
Oh,
avoiding
PJ
the
Love
TPK.
Sauce!
Jay
Thank you,
It's
buddy.
very, very
Love.
close.
That's boom sauce.
That's boom sauce. All right, Pima. So
17.
and you moved what, 5 feet?
5
you
feet for
succeed?
20 feet of your land speed. So yeah, for me it's 5 feet,
Okay, and yes, it's going to take you a while.
and that's one. But that's one action, so I can do it 3 times.
Okay, but you got to roll 3 successful DC. We'll say DC 15.
Yeah, I get it on the second. I get it on the second one, so it's another 5 feet.
Okay.
And I get it on the third, so
All
that's
right, so you're
another
15
5.
feet up, 35 foot.
I was like, it's like she's like broken these chains with her bare hands, and she's just like,
It's
It really
insane.
is like,
Yeah.
And it's
Pulling
Lucy a
a
ball.
do I have to do everything?
Pulling herself from the surf like the mighty Kraken.
It is Hawk Raven's turn.
Can you just finish this?
Come on, Hawk
Yeah, really.
Raven, you
Please
loser!
finish this.
I could use a little help.
Okay, here we go again.
It was like, just everyone stay here. I'll be right back with some rope. Just keep swimming.
I
Don't worry
don't think
about me.
I don't have any other answers
I
to
saved
this.
the old people.
Got to try to crit. Here we go. First shot, natural 1.
Awesome. Great.
Oh boy.
Good job.
Arrow goes sailing into the sea.
Pima's
Hits
climbing.
Pima. Falls back into the water. What? Oh boy.
Below you, no.
Second shot. I need natural 20. Come on. Natty 15. That's a 16. That'll still hit.
That is a hit.
Okay.
How many points of damage?
Oh, this is important.
8 max damage.
dead.
Boom. You underestimated me.
You dispatch with the final
Oh,
Warhounder, and over the next 10-15 minutes,
Is
Pima,
anyone up there?
you're able to climb up.
Hello.
And you guys can rush down to the shore, and sadly, the old people drown because they can't swim.
Oh,
You
God.
said they floated.
They floated.
Well, hold
but
on a
then they
second.
tried to swim to the shore.
They were
and
born
they
before
died.
swimming existed.
That's the end of the session, everybody.
Wow.
These guys need to do these
Okay.
checks, man, like big time, and
Oh,
it's
the
a
rec-
big deal.
Wait, on initiative order?
They're dying.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
They're dying too. They have to do these
Yep.
checks round by round, or they might die. And like we have no healers.
All
And
right.
we have no
Wait,
hero
That's
points.
not
Alright, so-
true. I can heal.
Hawk Raven.
But you have to get there round by round.
So
All
throw
right.
down a fucking rope.
well, here's
We
the
all
thing.
have potions.
Hawk Raven, do you have any actions left?
Oh, right. That was my first action. So
No, that was your second action. You rolled a natural.
You're right. That was my.
something.
So it doesn't matter. Yeah, sure. I'll move up.
Can you do anything to help them? Because they're about to roll their check.
Potions.
3 actions. I shot twice. I can move
Okay,
up. That's
I didn't
the
know.
end of my
All right.
round.
All right, so Ecthelion, I need you to roll a DC 12 flat check.
Oh boy.
To go from
All right.
dying
the
2
dying
to
2 to dying
1.
1. Fail. Dying 3.
All right, Ecthelion's at dying 3. Nero, I need you to roll a DC 12.
Come on.
Come
Be
on,
as
Nero.
black as my heart. Damn it, out of the box.
Just fell out of your hand.
Natural 1.
Oh no, that's a.
That's a critical.
You just died.
Yeah.
You just permanently died.
Is that how that works?
If it's a critical fail, it's 2 steps.
It's
and if you're
2
dying
steps.
for,
that you're dead.
You're dead.
unless someone gives you
A
their bottle
hero
cap.
point.
Oh. Yeah.
Is that how it works? Are they transferable?
I'll allow it.
Oh,
okay.
all right. So you go back to totally fine. Wait, are we sure that it only costs 1 to stabilize?
Yeah. It's
Now-
whatever. How many hero
All
points
of
you
his
have
hero
left.
points.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
what it costs.
That's all the party has left.
That's it.
Did he? Yeah.
Oh
Himmler.
dear. Oh dear.
All right, so Nero died just at the last second. Something within him is able to stabilize. It now goes to Pima's turn.
What a hero.
Yeah, really.
DC 15?
Yeah.
Make it. And make it.
All
Nothing
right,
critical.
So you're within 5 feet now. It flips back around to Hawk Raven's turn. You have a chance to save
Ecthelion.
Ecthelion or let him bleed out and die.
That is
Because
not
it's
what I
going
want
to
to
be
do.
a DC 13 flat check.
Wake
He
up,
is
God damn you!
dead.
Slaps you in the face.
He takes 4 points of non-lethal.
All right, you are at dying 3.
Yes.
You are at dying 3. Oh, fuck.
They all have potions on their belts.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And you have a potion as well. Adventure
Okay,
Captain
I don't know
gave
the
all-
rules for administering a potion, but I'll just give him a potion. I'm
Mani-
sure with 3 actions
It's an-
already adjacent
It's
to
a
him.
manipulate or an interact.
and then
yeah.
I could just...
Yeah.
So you're fine.
Okay.
Okay. whew.
Roll a d8 to see how many.
Okay.
Sure, you didn't want to do that, Skate?
Yep. I want him to do it.
2.
All right.
I'm sorry. Hey, it's not my fault. It's that cheap shit that the adventure captain gave us.
I
By his own admission.
Yeah. That's
He was like,
that.
that's why I gave you those cheap potions.
That's right.
So you're at 2 HP and wounded 3,
And wounded 3.
Yeah. Oh right. Yeah.
right? You don't keep the dying condition while awake.
Nope. It's now the wounded condition.
Right.
I think you used to keep dying in the
Yeah.
play
I think in the
test,
playtest it was.
but they've changed it to wounded.
Yeah.
All right, so you're wounded 3 with 2 hit points. Pima, next round you come up. Now that we know what they're going to be at. The old people die, and
You left them in the water.
No, they swim to shore nearby, and you see them like off to the right, the 4 of them.
Great. And is Nero, what's the hero points is brought to the unconscious?
I think so.
I think, I
Yeah,
think
you're
it just
just
ends the dying
unconscious.
So
condition.
at some
yeah.
point we force another potion down Nero's throat.
Whose potion?
I'll roll it.
Nero's.
I'll roll it.
He forces
Actually, we don't even need to waste it. We just
Oh.
Oh, I also
10
can,
minutes later
I can
or
do-
so, you can just wake up.
I can
It's
do
a-
battle medicine with you.
Actually,
too.
that's not true. That's not necessarily true.
Treat
That's
wounds.
if
I can
you're-
treat
wounds.
I can treat wounds.
Okay.
What's the DC on that? 15?
15.
Got it.
Ooh.
Did you critically get it? No, you just missed
I
by
got-
1.
No, I got 20.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was giving my bonus.
So does that heal me or?
It does heal you. What's on the medicine skill? What's treat wounds? DC, is it 1d8 at our level?
It's a DC 20.
Mm.
Oh no, wait, no, it's DC 15.
DC 15. I got it.
Somebody says Nero used a hero point. He's not wounded.
Oh, right. No, I
Was
was
he
saying
wounded?
Ecthelion is wounded.
Right,
I wasn't.
yeah.
Nero doesn't get any wounded.
Oh, right, but I was still unconscious. We're just talking about getting my HP. back.
2d8 with a success.
Wow.
This is street wounds.
So you get eight hit points back.
Nice.
But it takes 10 minutes, so it's
Yeah,
everyone
it
out
does
of
take
combat.
Six more Warhounders appear.
Oh, no.
son of a
I knew
come
it. I knew it.
Pima,
Damn you, Erik Mona!
Pima slowly lifts her great pick from the sand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's dance.
Brutal encounter.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal.
And
That was supposed to be the soft landing, right?
there are actually ways in which that encounter can get a lot worse because of the water issues. If that goes on a couple more rounds, they start drowning and dying. But you were able to bravely jump over and save them. You guys reconvene on the shores with the four of them. They introduce themselves.
Hi there.
I gotta say, seriously though, that was an awesome encounter.
Wasn't that a great encounter?
Like just like a gang pushing people off a cliff right when you get there. I can't believe I've never played an encounter like
It's a
that.
great.
Yeah.
It was really
Because
good.
I love split focus encounters like that.
Yes,
It's like,
yes.
what do we do? They introduce themselves as Tashin, a halfling woman, Ilm,
How do you
a human man, and Samchar, a human man. Samchar was the one that was holding on for dear life. And the other one introduces himself as Yargos Gill.
Oh.
The Yargos Gill. And he says something. Let me just find my notes here. He's actually in the worst shape. So as you're going over there, they're like, Yargos. So that's where you realize, oh, that's Yargos. And he's like, he looks unconscious, possibly dead. What do you do?
Potion?
Oh, come on, would you stop using all of our consumables?
I mean,
on NPCs?
I can spend 10 minutes healing
Yeah,
him.
spend 10 minutes treating wounds. Like, you know how expensive these fucking things are? You don't just give away.
I love Joe. Oh, that's so funny.
I fail. Somebody else needs to treat his wounds.
I will attempt.
6 Warhounders.
Step aside, Emma. I got this. Succeed exactly. 15.
All right, so you're like treating his wounds, and all of a sudden he just spits up a huge belly full of water, like stinky water, right in your face.
Shake it off.
If this was a cartoon, like an octopus would come up and cling to your face. You'd be like, ah! And you'd
I hate
knock
this
it
show.
off, hit it, land on your foot, and you kick it off, go back to your face. He's like, oh, thank you. Oh, you saved my life. What are my friends? My friends, are they all right? Are they my friends is all right as well?
Yes, we've saved them all. Thanks to Pima.
What?
And then he gives you a fist bump. Boom.
Oh, not me. All right.
To be fair, you didn't do a lot.
Well, what great fortune to have you four happen to be walking by as those vagrants tried to kill us. Oh, Desna has shined on me this day, and I certainly do not deserve it. I cannot thank you enough. I am not a rich man, but if you send me your addresses, should I ever come into money, I will send it along to you. You have my word. I also use Venmo.
We were looking for you anyway. It wasn't a matter of fate.
I don't understand. Looking for me? Why? How?
Seeking
Who?
you out.
Be
Pima,
still your
tell
wallet.
Be still your wallet.
There's nothing in it but moths. Look. An octopus comes out. No,
This is the worst cartoon.
No, what, you were looking for me. Why? I don't understand.
I said, Pima, take it away.
Oh.
You know why we're looking for him. Pima, take it away.
We're here on behalf of the Pathfinder Society, and we have come in some information that you might have discovered a code book of some kind.
Pima, speak up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me try to psych myself up.
Where are you getting this information? Like, code book of some kind!
Sorry, wait. I don't understand.
I'm full of rage!
You came here seeking me on orders from the society?
Yes.
May I ask, what reason does the society have to seek out my knowledge? Surely there are other historians of greater repute than I.
Perhaps you know something of a code book.
A code book. He looks at the four of you.
Yes, a code book.
Of course. Oh, I knew. That book would only bring me ruin. When I discovered it, I could feel its ill omen surging through the bindings, yet I couldn't help myself. It's not every day you come across a centuries-old text. Now, you must understand, he kind of like steps back. I only replicated the signals detailed inside of it on a lock. Oh dear, I am to blame for everything.
Are you to blame for Taldor's renewed redoubt upon our shores? They might try the same tricks they tried hundreds of years ago again on these very shores.
What do you know?
I know not.
Taldor.
I know that they've tried these things before. And I know that they may try them again, but we're trying to figure out what they may do so that we can stop them.
So you know of the invasion. You know that 800 some odd years ago, a hidden armada of ships from Taldor floated off the coast of the Isle of Kortos like 1,000 locusts.
We had a very convenient opening cutscene.
Oh, that was very helpful. You must have an excellent
It was
GM.
listed in the Chronicle.
Though you may not get
Silent
hero
Tide.
points, he puts a lot of work into those scenes.
They were good.
Where are his hero points, I must ask? But again, that's off subject.
It's called the GM screen.
They were waiting off the Isle of Kortos in a rock cove, waiting for the signals to invade Absalom.
I heard they were waiting off Kortos in an erotic cove.
In an erotic cove, a grotto of sorts. Not unlike one you'd find at the Playboy Mansion. eh?
Hugh Hefner.
hanging out
Happens in the Isle
Silk
of
robes.
Kortos stays.
hanging out with James Caan, just sitting there.
Got Randy. Randy was off mic.
All right,
Greetings
shut up.
from the other side of the wall.
Everyone, listen. Yes, they were waiting. They were waiting. They were waiting for the signal to invade Absalom.
Rating the Playboy bunnies.
1, 2. The plan was simple but deadly. When the misty weather of Desnus took hold, a fifth column of infiltrators known as Black Echelon would weaken strategic points and destroy Absalom's warning system from within. Once their bloody mayhem was complete, the hidden saboteurs planned to signal the fleet, welcoming them. Sorry, I'm full of seawater. Do you have any White Claw? I'm fine. Signal the fleet, sorry, I need more White Claw. Welcoming them to lay siege to a
Here's a peek behind the scenes of what is edited out of the Glass Cannon
Perfectly
podcast.
edited out.
This would all
Troy's
stand.
30 flubs during an episode.
Wait, I lost my place. Full of seawater.
Welcoming them.
Welcoming them. Yes, they would welcome
to the cheese factory.
to the
Look for
factory of
cheese factory. I think it's in there.
Oh, here it is.
Welcoming.
Once their bloody mayhem was complete, the hidden saboteurs planned to signal the fleet, welcoming them to lay siege to a city now brought to its knees.
The chat has just written the word welcoming.
You're going to miss out on this
It's
story.
amazing. I'm sorry.
Prearranged signal lights were prepared for each phase of the offensive. One would signal Black Echelon to poison Absalom's granary. Another was the signal for a prearranged team to destroy the city's bell towers, and so on and so forth. But when the mists of Desna descended, these signal lights never appeared. Unbeknownst to the hidden strike teams, the leaders of Black Echelon infiltration cell were discovered and assassinated by the brave heroes of Absalom. The signal lanterns lay dark, and the rest of Black Echelon sat idle. Several hours later, the fleet's hiding place was discovered. A quick counterattack by Absalom's navy ambushed the would-be invasion force, and Taldor's armada was destroyed to the last mast. In the coming weeks, Absalom's constabulary rooted out the remaining hidden members of Black Echelon and put every last one to the sword. Ooh. This failed mission was known as the Silent Tide. And it would have amounted to little more than a cautionary footnote in a textbook of naval battles, save for one crucial detail. He looks at his friends like he doesn't even know if he should be saying this around his friends. Prior to entering Absalom, each member of the Black Echelon swore an ancient oath known as the Binding Word. They pledged to fulfill their duties, no matter the barrier, no matter the cost. And as recent events have begun to demonstrate, in this case, the power of the Binding Word compels these deadly saboteurs from even beyond the pale. I have more knowledge in this withered head than I know what to do with, but my wisdom has faded with age. When I found the book and read the signals, something compelled me to just replicate them. I've spent my life just reading about others' exploits. For once, I wanted to walk in the footsteps of history myself before I pass on to the boneyard. Little did I know, I believe I triggered Black Echelon to return from the dead. They now walk in the shadows, looking to fulfill the tasks they swore to complete hundreds of years ago. What's worse, the Marines of the Armada that now rest on the sea floor also swore the binding oath, the binding word. Once Black Echelon finishes its final task, I believe the invasion force will rise, and the silent tide will roll across the city, bringing death to all of Absalom. Realizing my folly, I tried to alert the city and avert disaster, but before I could hurl the code book into the sea to abort the silent tide once and for all, this young crime lord, Nessian, intervened. I believe he has his own plans for the code book, intending to manipulate these undead operatives and take advantage of the disruption their sabotage wreaks. These were his thugs. They took the book and ran. Though I no longer have it, there is a small hope. Having studied the text, I recall there is a master abort code, a signal that will end the entire operation before it ever begins, but I can't for the life of me remember the color and the exact light patterns. As the bearer of the codebook, Nessian alone now knows the lantern's signal to abort, though I am sure that is not his plan. With the codebook in his hands, he can now blackmail the populace as he wishes and finally secure his place in Absalom's underworld. We must find this Nessian and retrieve the codebook, not only for the Pathfinder Society or to stop this bastard from rising through the criminal ranks, but to prevent the end of Absalom as we know it.
It's very dramatic.
That's really, really intense, man.
How old were your parents when they passed away?
I had to have been,
No, how old were you when your parents passed away?
Yeah.
I had to have been 20, maybe 21.
Did you remember the day and the time?
I believe it was... I was either 21 or just about to turn 21.
I shall give you the benefit of the doubt this one time.
I remember doing that.
But be on your guard, for if I find documentation to the contrary, we shall have words.
So this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is so cool. This is very like the Dead Men of Dunharrow.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
Stone of
That's,
Eric. Like
exactly what I was thinking.
This is great.
It's like that, meeting Pirates of the Caribbean. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're
Yeah.
coming back, the undead rising.
Yeah, this is great.
I was thinking of Troy too because it was very like one if by land, two if by sea, like Paul Revere type of stuff with the signal time. It's fun.
Who wrote
Yeah.
this? Do you know?
Yeah, I can tell you in 1 second.
Just really, that's awesome. Like, I'm
Yeah.
so
Michael
excited.
Cortez.
It's very cool to like go out there and Cortez, is he a relative? He's got all these like,
K-O-R-T-E-S.
seaworthy knowledge.
Michael Cortez. I haven't seen his name. Maybe he, I don't know if he still writes.
Related to Hernan Cortez.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Writes good naval dramas.
Yeah.
It does sound familiar. Like, I feel like we might have played something else. Oh, he worked on Curse of the Crimson Throne.
Oh.
So it sounds like, in order to avert epic disaster, we're going to have to infiltrate the criminal underworld of Absalom. Gulp.
Yes, and
This
we
Nessian.
don't have much time. If he has this codebook, he could enact the rest of the rituals
Could
right
I-
now.
Could I just off the cuff roll a society check, see if I've ever heard of this
Me
guy?
too.
Is
I
he
wanna do
very,
that as
very
well.
like? What, is he completely unknown? Is he a newbie,
Yes, roll
or is he a criminal underworld
23
boss?
for Ecthelion.
18 for Hawkraven.
Are either of you from Absalom?
I am.
I am not from Absalom.
You've heard the name? You maybe have...
I've been in Absalom for a while.
Yeah. You've definitely heard the name, but you've never heard him as like a force to be reckoned
He's like he's an up and comer.
He's an
He's like he
up-and-comer,
hasn't
yeah.
broken on the scene.
He's
yet.
not a made man yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this,
I like Nessian before he became famous. A total Nessian.
His stuff was
hipster.
so much more raw.
Yeah, it was really like you
The
could
early
feel,
stuff is the only
You
stuff
could
we're
hear the
listening
streets
to.
like coming through.
He wasn't trying to be something for someone.
Yeah, no, the crime was so true like back then.
mid-'80s Nessian is the best Nessian.
That's right.
Yes, you don't understand. If he has this code book, we don't have time to do anything. He could enact these things right now.
When you say we, Yargos, do you plan on traveling with us, or are you incapable of doing so in your enfeebled state?
I could travel with you, my friends. I want to leave them out of this. I am useless in battle, but I alone have the knowledge, though suspect, of what was in the code book. I don't remember the abort signal, but I remember much else that was in there. I should go with you. Just, I cannot help you to fight these operatives should you run into them in the streets.
Well, if you don't come with us, you can rest easy knowing that if we're unable to stop this, your name will go down into history as the ruin of Absalom. And if we are able to stop it without you, you will die forgotten.
I'd always dreamed of having my name writ in the history books, but not this way, young man.
I wouldn't worry about it. If the city is sacked, you're probably just going to be killed in the massacre. And at that point, is anyone really going to be able to keep track of when and how you died? So then is anyone going to want to even write the story? At which point you won't even be a forgotten footnote. You'll just be forgotten.
You're Pathfinders, you say?
Yeah?
Morbid outlook.
These are all paths in front of us, Yargos.
It is true what Pimus says. As the old saying goes, history is written by the orphans.
He almost got a spit take.
The worst part is
Why
I
did
knew
you
it was.
see it? Why did
I
you
knew
see
it
it
when Skid started talking.
I didn't think it would be as funny. I knew it was an Orphans punchline. It's just so fucking dumb.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's why it's great. Just leave it out there.
History is written by the
obsessed.
orphans.
He's just obsessed. It's what everything boils down to for Icthelius.
History is written by the orphans.
I mean, during the PaizoCon game, when at one point you said something along the lines of like, "He has the attitude of a common orphan."
What? It doesn't make any
It was,
sense.
it was the manners of a
Yeah,
common
yeah,
the
yeah.
manners of a
The
common
vile,
orphan.
lowly manners of a common orphan.
Anyway,
Nessian. We must find Nessian. Yes. There is a man. There is a man. Let's call him a broker of information. He goes by the name of Grandmaster Torch.
What? Really?
Yes. If you've spent any time in that salon, I'm sure you've heard his name. If Nessian's whereabouts
Definitely
are
heard of
known
him.
by anyone, it's him. Yeah. And I can take you to him.
Do not push him, for he is close to the edge.
Yeah, I was about to say, is he related to Grandmaster Flash?
No. I mean, we can ask him, but we should make haste.
yes,
By now, Nessian probably already has the code book in his hands. Come.
Let's go.
My friends, I will see you later. Peace.
They're old hippies.
Peace out.
There's a bunch of old
Aging
historians
hippies.
just
Yeah.
smoking weed at the
Yeah,
Soggy
smoking
Piper.
Trying to get tenure.
Hear
just
them turning
sitting
on their
around.
stereo.
Yeah,
It's like,
they're-
when the truth is found.
he finishes this whole thing, and the four other old people are behind us. We don't see him for a while.
Yeah.
He finishes, we turn around, and they're just passing a joint back and forth.
Yeah.
And one guy is just like, that is fucking crazy.
Yeah. They'll just pile in their VW bus and like drive off.
See you, bro.
They all have like increasingly male pattern baldness, but they have a ponytail.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. 100%.
You make your way towards where he wants to take you to meet Grandmaster Torch.
So are we going more inland now, like
Yeah.
Away from the
He tells
shore?
you it's in an area known as the Siphons. It's the sewers beneath Absalom. This is where Grandmaster Torch
nice.
makes his lair. Come, we must make all haste. Yes, there's no time for the robot.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna break my way over to Grandmaster Flash.
All right. We should all just break our way to Grandmaster Torch. Everybody roll a perception check. This is one of those skill checks that
Ooh.
in 2E you see a lot in the core rulebook. It's actually a thing on checks, a secret check. It's a additional descriptor in checks, and secret checks are usually rolled by the GM. But there's also a section that says you can have the players roll all of them, or you can roll more secret checks than are labeled. I like giving you guys the juice. Obviously, I think if I were to run a 2E game like you're doing, I would just have everybody's perception checks just listed right here, so I could be like,
Yep.
hey, you know what you see?
But you're
What I've
currently-
already
This is
done.
something you've been
What I've
playing
already
with.
done in the test sessions is
Yeah.
I have a colored die assigned to each player.
That's a good
and
idea.
I just roll them all, and I'm like,
That's-
but these two succeeded, that one failed.
That sounds like the most terrible situation in the world, where you're rolling everyone's perception.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Now see
Well,
the
it's
laugh.
actually
Seems really unfair.
That's so unfair.
Oh yeah. And it's come up in the game too. Skid is like
no.
the thing is he's rolling it for me. Like, that's why I can't see shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Troy. Of course you would decide that. You have Joe playing.
Right.
Yeah, well, in this case, just to move things along, what'd you guys get for perception?
I got a 13.
11, 13.
I got an 8.
24.
All right,
Oh,
so
thank
everyone
you.
except Ecthelion in the distance as you're walking to the siphons, as Yargos calls them, you see in the distance a flashing red light in a distinctive pattern from the top of a building. Just
Oh,
like
balls.
dum,
Oh dear.
dum,
Oh shit! This is what they were talking about not happening,
already-
right?
Oh shit! Wow.
This is what he said.
dum, 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 dum.
No.
Mothlight
I shoot out the light.
It's very, very far away.
Is it more than 600 feet?
Yeah, it's like a mile and a half away.
Okay.
I'm still very badly hurt.
That's like
Oh yeah, that's right. We're badly.
Should you stop for a
Badly.
second? Tell Yargos, you see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
That red light. What is it?
Nessian.
No. Can't be.
He must be signaling Black Echelon, the undead.
No, can't be.
Yes. Wait.
Stop lying.
Yeah, no, shut up. 6 flashes of red. I remember the signal. By the gods, that's the granary. Nessian has sent those monsters to poison the granary. Come on. I don't know how, but we've got to stop them. We're the only ones that know what's happening in all of Absalon. Come, we must hurry. Does anyone need healing?
I need so much healing. It's ridiculous.
I could use some myself. I don't have any. I was just wanted to know if I was the only one that needed healing.
no hero points,
Are
no healing.
we really hustling here? Is that what we're doing? So you took my minor healing potion. So you still have yours.
Yeah.
I have a lesser healing potion, which is my super special item that I took from the character build. You get a level 1 item when you build a level 2 character, level 1 permanent item. Took a lesser healing potion, which is good, but I have to roll.
Now
it.
would be the time. Yeah.
Is there anything about
you know what?
non-lethal damage?
I took one too.
There you go.
So
He had the extra money.
I did.
He just
I
never
did.
did his
I
equipment.
just didn't do my equipment.
Oh.
I'm a monk. What do I need stuff for?
there
So I'm gonna
s-
give you one,
Uh,
a potion, because you gave me mine before.
oh, okay. So I'll take the lesser,
and then I'll take.
and you take the, or I'll take the minor. You take the lesser.
Yeah.
Lesser is 2d8 plus 5.
I'll
Ooh,
take the
that's a good one.
minor. You take the
Ooh.
lesser.
Is there
Come on,
anything about
O'Brien.
how
8 and a
17.
7. I got freaking 20 hit points back. That was huge.
Nice.
Nice.
Is there anything about how non-lethal damage gets healed that's different from regular damage?
Actually, I don't think so. I think they are identical in every aspect of the game.
Except you don't go to dying
when you
once
go
you're-
unconscious, you're not dying.
So you have to heal those?
I believe so.
Oh, come on. They don't run on the same track? That's bullshit.
I don't believe that you're on our side for even 1 minute. Go to hell.
I just like talking.
Now I'll pretend I'm on the side of the players.
Shut up.
I'm almost at full.
I'm almost at full. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I'm 5 down, but whatever.
I'm
I mean,
9
if
down.
Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow can just get to the front of the battle, I'll be fine.
I'm not going to get to the front of the battle.
All right, so you start making your way there then. As you're making your way, Yargos is like, I can't believe this is coming to fruition. According to the codebook, Black Echelon intends to lace the city's reserve grain supply with a foul and forgotten poison known as gut wither. Ugh.
Oh, that sounds bad.
In the event of a siege, should the silent tide rise, Absalom would be left without its granary, and the city could face the threat of mass starvation in the coming months. You keep moving through, rushing towards the granary now. You change course from the siphons to head towards the granary, and about 15 minutes later, Yargos is like, it's right up there, right up here around the bend. As you approach, you find an eerie, cold fog has suddenly descended on the adjoining streets and alleyways. You turn down a street and see the granary up ahead through the fog. And though you can't fully see everything, it looks like 3 bodies are laying outside on the ground in front of the granary. Let's go to the map.
Oh, man.
We're going to go a tiny bit long today to make sure we finish up next week. We did take a 10-minute
When you
intermission.
say a tiny bit, what is that in Troy terms?
I'm
Is that
saying
90 minutes?
11:30.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere around 11:30, I want to end it
All right.
because
I'd
I
be
want to finish
impressed.
this next week.
Yeah.
So I think we can
I'm
do
down
it.
with going long.
We might end it mid.
Oh, wait.
I'm having a great time.
I have
would
the
play all
song.
night,
I have the
just to be
song we
clear.
can play. There we go.
We're going long,
We're going long.
so gird your loins,
'Cause we're going long.
we're going long,
Going long.
so gird your loins, we're going long.
He's so good.
Now I've had every flavor of White Claw. That's White Claw.
Sorry. Need to help with. I need help, Randy.
Ready? No.
No.
All right.
no.
So. Oh yeah, no. It's because it's all fogged of war out. That's why it looks crazy. Anyways, you guys roll up on the granary. You see 3 bodies outside. What do you do? Looks like the massive wooden door leading inside has already been forced open.
How do they appear to have died? Are they stuck full of arrows?
Natural
Are they bleeding?
causes.
Natural causes.
Can I just say, this was awesome, Randy. I'm 100% not making fun of you. In fact, you're obviously cool, which is why when he saw Fog of War, he was like, something's wrong with the map. It's all blacked out on my screen. And then as soon as I said what was happening, he was like, oh, you got to open the doors, and then Troy will open the map. I was like, yeah. He was like,
wow.
awesome.
We're like
awesome.
sneaky teaching him how to.
Yeah,
I
he's
know.
very
I know.
gradually.
Pretty soon,
into it.
he's going to be GMing a game on the network.
Oh, can you
yeah.
imagine?
We just had a blackout in New York City, so I was freaking out.
Yeah. That's true.
Happened again, God damn
We
it.
all have the same reaction.
Quick question for the stream. Would anybody watch if Randy GM'd a game on the network? Would anybody be interested in that, do you think?
I'd be interested in that.
I would
I
watch
don't
too.
wear
I'd be at home
shirts when I
watching.
GM. Keep that in mind. I don't wear shirts
Oh.
when I GM.
It's in his
Wow.
rider.
Okay.
3 dead bodies. Doors forced open. What?
How did they die?
All right, so you want to do a? Do you have what is it? What's the check?
Medicine? Is it
Medicine?
medicine?
No, or heal? It's
I can
medicine.
do a medicine check. 17.
17, you say, huh?
It's a 17.
17. Well, then you would know that it looks like slash marks across them, across their chest from a sharp weapon, large weapon.
Okay.
Ooh, looks like they just cut down.
Are there any other entrances or exits to this building?
You want to do a
I was just going to ask Yargos.
sweep? Yargos is like, I don't spend much time at the granary. We could do a quick sweep, but we cannot spend much time.
Yeah, it looks like there aren't. Let's.
Well, this is just kicking the doors? Is that what you're saying?
They're already half down. We wouldn't need to kick.
I kick in the door.
Oh!
Ah!
10 points of non-lethal.
I kick. I
To your
kick-
knee.
I kick in the door.
You kick in the doors. Shagun gun kaboo. Shoobity doopty doo. All right, so you open the doors, and this room looks empty. Everybody roll survival check. If you're trained.
Nope.
18.
Okay.
Come on, Hawk Raven. This is your wheelhouse, dog.
How about a 24?
Oh, yeah.
again, this is another reason, like, it's way more necessary for GMs in 2E to have the character sheets of the players, because, like, that's a survival check I would roll. And then I would just be like,
Here's what you see.
Hawkraven, you walk in, and they don't see anything, but you see a trail of blood leading from the door over towards those open doors to the right there.
Wow.
Okay. Hold. See this? He kneels down.
Very faint trail. Taste it.
Touches it with his finger. This is fresh blood.
Grape jelly.
Someone fell here recently.
Just keep dipping into it. It's actually really good.
Yes, again.
This is surprisingly sweet.
Yeah.
I think you have an iron deficiency, Hawkraven. You need to stop eating that blood.
So hungry.
You're anemic.
Very sick.
I thought we were gonna have time to eat. We had to hustle. So he'll.
This is why we can't finish.
I know.
I know, we'll
He'll
never
point it out.
That is how
and,
we play the game.
It is 100%. He'll point it out, and then obviously he's inside now, right? Is that what we said?
Yeah, anybody can be inside.
So he found it inside, leading to the open doors on the right.
Yeah, the open doors on the right.
Fresh
The
blood,
doors
and
on
he
the left
just
are
he
closed.
just stands up. He's got this long bow in his hand, drawn, battle axe on his back, or I'm sorry, at his side. He comes up to this door, tries to stealthily peek around the door, look in, see what he can see.
Roll stealth.
You roll a stealth. Okay.
Oh, no.
That's a 14.
All right, you take a peek in, and you see a room that is covered in grain, like up to slightly above the ankle.
Oh, jeez.
There's a lot of it. You can see the blood trail continues from that antechamber, but it grows fainter as it enters the grain. If you look ahead, it looks like it continues on up into another room. This next room that you're in looks like it's one of the 4 silos that make up the actual granary, and the floor is essentially a grain swamp, just covered in a sea of grain, and you can tell that it would be difficult to walk through. Right now you're still in exploration mode, but in terms of mechanics, if things get hairy or you want to try doing more complex maneuvers, it's all difficult terrain. So for the purposes of moving through it, if shit goes down, every square would count as double unless you roll a DC 12 athletics check every square you move to try and treat it as normal terrain.
Is that an action on its own, or is it just part of the movement?
I believe it's part of the movement, because that would be pretty lame.
This is
Otherwise,
where
otherwise there's no benefit to it if you
that's
make
true.
3
That's
successes.
actually where if someone were to take assurance on athletics and always get a 10 and they had a +2, like they would do really well there.
Oh, right, yeah.
So
'cause
if
you
someone was
can't-
built the right way, you can't fail something like that.
That's true. Good call, Grant.
It makes someone who's like built to be a fighter seem more heroic and athletic.
Yeah, and it's certainly
pretty cool.
It's really a valuable skill to take too, a skill feat to take too, because like the other skill feats are like, become trained in another skill. And when you're like kind of high level, like just becoming trained, as
It's
opposed to an expert or
huge.
something. Well, but it's not as huge as being assured
Right.
of something you're already
Right,
trained in. That's
right.
very valuable. So, all right, Hawkraven will step in. Seeing the room appears to be empty, he's going to step in.
Okay.
Just before the grain, right? We're not in difficult terrain yet, or is the whole room?
That whole room is difficult terrain.
What about this? Oh, okay. So then there's stairs going up, but the stairs enter over here, right?
Yeah, these stairs, you can tell, the stairs go up, but it looks like it just looks down on the situation. It
There's
doesn't
no door up there. It's not up to another level.
It's probably to, like, just load more grain in or to, like, move it around. It doesn't lead to a second floor. These are just silos.
All right. Looks like we have a tough walk ahead of
But
us.
you see the opening into the next room.
Son of a bitch. Pima, you better get up there.
Oh, okay.
Nero's in the back, by the way. And he's
Oh, wait. There's an opening to the left?
Yeah, there's
a
there's
wide
an
opening?
to the left as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
let's check that one out
Hawk
first.
Raven will step up there, stealthily look around the corner. Oh, garbage with a side of beef. That is a 13.
The
all right.
beef is the side? It's
Yeah,
not the main
well,
course?
it's
Garbage
'cause
is the main?
It's because it's trash beef. It's old beef.
You see
Rancid.
almost
Rancid.
identical room that has another opening leading up.
This room's empty. Pima, go up to the right. I'll follow you.
Okay.
Totally follow you.
I will attempt to stealth. 13.
13. All right, so Pima, you stealth up.
Actually, you know what? It's an 11 because even though I rolled untrained, I'd still take my armor check penalty. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
And then can I get a look? I mean,
You want to take a little peek?
Is it
What
n-
is everybody
I'm
doing
just
here?
saying,
I should ask what
I'm
everybody's
just
doing.
I'm perceiving
I'm
in here.
perceiving.
It's regular light, right? Like
Mhm.
it's so there's no way to really stealth around. So I'm looking like I can see into this room, right?
Yeah, so you're doing perception.
I'm
doing perception. Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
searching.
Pima, you're stealthing.
I guess I was stealthy. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry to keep you awake. Nero, you're.
I knew my bedtime was right now.
I blame myself. Nero,
Searching.
you're searching. So
Hidden doors, concealed hazards. so on.
perceptiones, basically.
Yep.
And Exonion?
I'm sneaking, and I'm right up behind Pima.
Okay. So you guys are chilling, moving up there. Pima moves up as well. And you see the next room, which I will find here in my notes in just a moment.
A moment, you say?
A moment. Yes, just
Wait,
a moment.
did you already actually step in, Pima?
I assume that's what I was doing when
All
I was
right,
stealthy.
I'll come up to the wall then.
All right, so Pima, you step in, and you rolled a
11.
11.
Why didn't I just perceive?
As you
Oh, dear.
roll in,
Yeah.
Oh dear.
that's enough to alert one of these creatures
One of what creatures? There's
Oh,
no creatures
what?
on the map.
that comes rolling up with a sickle in hand.
Oh
Whoa!
A hooded skeletal figure with burning red eyes
Wait, what?
Oh, already the undead are here?
poking out of its skull.
That's different than last time.
The black echelon is here.
Oh God!
Roll for initiative.
Oh
Holy
no!
shit.
In fact,
dude.
you see in the room now that you're in multiple
Oh, boy.
black echelon
Oh, great.
members.
Oh,
So do
love
I
it.
re-roll, or do I use my stealth roll as my initiative?
No,
You use your stealth roll.
No, you re-roll.
Do you?
Yeah. She was stealthing up there.
I think you keep that roll, but you
No, you
you've
don't.
read it more than
When
I
you
have.
roll initiative, you roll initiative. You just roll your bonus.
Yeah, it's based off the way you're
Makes
doing.
sense.
But you could always just make it roll it over if you
Sure.
want.
I mean,
I rolled worse.
Okay, good. Keep that one. I need a moment here. Randy, what's going on over there? People having
let's
fun
check
in the
in
chat?
on the Randall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run behind his camera.
Run behind this camera and say hi.
Hey, everybody. How we doing? There goes Joe. Ran behind my camera, still got the boom saw, still having a good time. A little about myself. I am a registered independent. I am a Scorpio, and I'm also super horny tonight. Must be all of Matthew's Rock Dwarf talk. We're having fun tonight, aren't we, boys?
I'm a
Back to
Scorpio.
you guys.
Randy, I'm a Scorpio too.
I'm also
Hey,
a
look at
Scorpio.
us.
Joe is also a Scorpio.
Are you also super horny tonight?
I let that go a long time ago.
Oh, well, I beg to differ.
You've moved past the state of possibly being horny.
Yeah.
Wow. How
He
did
doesn't
you
have time. He's
have
had
you
3
been-
jobs.
Have you been chemically castrated? What happened?
It
No,
takes a lot
I
of
just-
time up.
I just got tired.
Oh, you just got tired. Yeah.
Look how tired he looks.
Okay. Yeah.
Would you doubt him?
No.
It's funny that there's a bunch of Scorpios in here, though.
I know.
Yeah, my
There's a bunch of Scorpios in
What's
the
your-
chat room, it looks like.
When's your birthday, Randy?
Not to brag, Veterans Day.
Whoa! Oh, man.
I was born the 11th hour. I was born at 11:38 on 11/11/81.
Whoa!
That's crazy,
Wow.
Randy.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die young.
You were born 1138.
11:38 in the morning.
Oh,
the
okay.
11th hour on the 11th day of the 11th month in the year of our Lord 1981. My 30th birthday was 11/11/11.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I'm like pretty cool.
I was
don't-
born 11:32 p.m. 11:10.
Oh, that's right. We've talked about this.
Oh, we have. I didn't remember that. The,
Yeah.
the day before you.
I don't mean to
That'll live-
rupture.
And we have the same mom. It's crazy.
That's right.
Joe, and then bang me
We're
out.
actually
It's
brothers. I
wild.
don't know if you guys knew
It's
that.
insane. It's
2 years
crazy.
apart.
Horrible labor.
Some weird kind of twin.
I don't mean to rupture your worldview or anything, Randy.
Oh, rupture.
But you were actually born. If you were born at 11:38, you were born in the 12th hour on that day.
Oh yeah, he's right. He's absolutely right.
Oh,
it's past.
son of a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
He's right.
You know what? I had a book when I was a kid called The 11th Hour, and
Uh-huh.
it was useless. I might as well have been reading the Bible.
Oh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Cut his mic.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
Randy's
had too many.
There go our followers.
Having fun.
There goes
All
the Bible
right.
belt.
Enjoy
but
drinking
real
that
fact-
boom
real-
sauce in hell, Randy.
real Randy fact. My grandfather, Stu, was an orphan.
Stu.
He was an orphan?
He was an actual orphan. He was left on church steps in Italy. So I
wow.
actually don't know my history. I got to do one of those 23andMe's or something because I don't know anything about myself.
Wow. Okay.
Why can't you just go back to that church in Italy and just be like,
Well,
wait?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I
Wow.
I did one of those
I
23andMe's
just never
and it
learned
said
Italian.
I was 33% Greek.
That makes
I
sense.
none of my parents were like, we don't have any Greek heritage. So I think those things
Really?
are wrong. Yeah.
Or your parents are lying to you.
They
Let's
could
see.
be.
What's more likely, that the DNA test is wrong, or that your parents, who, by the way,
Listen, if I know
any
might be
DNA
wrong.
test that costs $89 isn't exactly going to be
if
totally
I know
above
George
board.
Papadopoulos, he is
I'd like to
definitely
see your
wrong.
parents' records of
Didn't
the
you
family.
see on the Today Show they took the same DNA test with 3 different services and they came back completely different? You're getting scammed if you're using these.
Didn't you see this one false positive that confirms my beliefs? The Troy LaValle story in a fucking nutshell.
We know Grant-
Let's start this combat, you piece of shit.
Grant is 90% Swede with his size. Hawk Raven, what did you get?
Troy is very susceptible to confirmation bias.
Yes.
I believe truths. Hawk Raven, what do you got?
I'm sorry, I'm just so floored by this. Like,
I have no Greek heritage.
hold on,
whatsoever. No Greek
Hold
relatives.
on, you say
Wait.
this. Oh, you say this because this is what your parents said, right? Not because like.
We have no Greek relatives.
But do they
whatsoever.
keep extensive records of their family like that before
We
they
have
got
a family
to America?
tree. Yeah,
I don't know if
they
you
all
know
came from
this,
Canada. No,
but
that's
there-
not to say there weren't Greeks up in Canada.
Ancient Canada.
Ancient, yes.
At
They
certain
the
emigrated
points-
Acropolis
from
in
ancient
Don't get us
Calgary.
started. Do
human
not
beings
get us started.
at some point migrate, and they could have migrated
I
from
understand,
Greece
but none.
to
I've had
Canada.
other family members that have taken these tests, and none of them have come back Greek.
I just think it's so funny that you're Greek. My Greek friend
I'm
Troy.
fine being Greek. If I could have a cool
no wonder
flag.
no wonder he gets
in my
along
house.
so well with George Stavropoulos. No wonder he's
Yes.
your best buddy.
Did you say Stavropoulos?
Stavropoulos, isn't that his
Say
name?
it funny.
Stavropoulos.
What's your initiative? Can you just give me
26.
an initiative? 26.
You put that right at the top.
Nero.
You know, it's 9, but I don't believe what this die said because another person rolled it and it came up
Wait,
a
do you
different
guys
number.
really take 23andMe 100% seriously?
I take it more seriously
known
than
to
what
be-
your parents
I take
tell
it,
you.
I take it more seriously than anecdotal data.
You guys know it's known to be a bit of a farce. It's not meant to be taken
No,
seriously.
it's known to be a gross violation of privacy.
That's very true. There's people getting arrested off this, but they should be. Yeah, it's not meant to be 100% accurate. You should know this.
Right, but when it says
You guys understand
33%,
it's
but
not-
when it says 33%, I'd be confident you got some Greek in there.
That's fair.
That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
I wouldn't argue with them. Like these Greeks, they're so obstinate. Like you can't convince them of anything once they're convinced.
You're not gonna tell a Greek.
You cracked yourself up on that one. That was good.
As Malachi Constant said, Troy's adopted. I'm an orphan.
Oh no!
no! Punch him in the mouth!
All right, Pima.
Pimble.
10.
10 for Pima and Ecthelion.
23.
Ecthelion sounds
And me.
like Echelon.
And you?
Oh,
Yeah.
You guys are hot tonight. I'm going to take how do surprise rounds work in 2E?
Surprisingly.
Oh, how do surprise rounds work? I can't remember. I read it, and I just don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, don't worry about it. He basically you rolled your stealth check and you didn't beat his perception DC.
Surprise, surprise.
So he rolled up on you, and I'm going to say that that's his move. None of the other guys perceived you, so that was his surprise round, was rolling up on you. Let's start with round 1. It's going to be Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow again.
All right, I'm going to try something out here.
Okay.
I'm going to. I don't think that this is an action. I think this is a GM thing. Basically, I believe that I can lean out. So I'm in this cover, right?
Uh-huh.
I believe that I can lean out from this cover,
Okay.
shoot into the room, because they don't have cover from me because my cover is so close and they're far away from it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No. Which one do you want to shoot at? Look where you're standing and look where Pim is standing.
Yeah.
Which one would you want to shoot at?
This one back here, in the back of the room.
Okay. That's still it's still gonna get some cover bonus from Pima.
Sure. That's fine.
But are
I'm
you
saying
taking a stride action, or are you using a specific action that's a peek and shoot?
Uh,
Because you can't shoot around a corner.
I think you can. That's what
If
I'm
you
saying.
can, then I need to know what that action is.
Okay, so go to someone
And you're
else's turn, I guess, and then I'll do my turn.
Or just move and take the shot if you don't. instead of dragging the game to a halt.
I'm so confident of this. I'm so confident of this.
That is Joe's game.
Yeah, that's my thing.
You know what I mean? Like I'm fine with you doing the action if you know what the action is, but if not, like I understand what you're saying because they have something like this in Starfinder. You like shoot sniping, like you have to roll a stealth check, and then you can like snipe from hiding.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, just move into that space here, and then you'll take a penalty. You're going to take a penalty either way, so you might as well just move, but you lose the action.
God. I just don't... There's something that's very specific I want to do, and I'm like pretty sure I can do it. All right, I will... I'm so frustrated with this. I'll step out, and I'll take a shot at that guy in the distance.
Okay.
That is an
Page 478.
What?
Oh. Your GM may let you. Your GM might allow you to overcome your target's cover in some situations. If you're right next to an arrow slit, you can shoot without penalty. If you have greater cover against someone shooting back at you from far away, your GM might let you reduce or negate cover by leaning around a corner.
Exactly, that's what I read.
Shoot or the like.
That's exactly what I read.
That usually takes an action to set up.
Oh, okay. So it takes an action to set up.
Okay.
That was my idea, yeah.
And the GM might measure cover from an edge or corner of your space instead of the center.
Okay, so the problem is Pim is still providing.
That's fine.
Soft
I was
cover.
just saying the wall. I didn't want the wall to be
So
my
the wall
penalty.
is probably going to be a plus.
The wall should
2 or
work for
plus
me.
4.
The
Yeah,
wall
it's
should
good.
work for me,
I
not
see.
for him.
Okay.
So let's go from the back left corner of my square. It goes through Pima, so he gets a +1
Plus
to
1.
AC.
Okay.
But then I get a clean shot besides that.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so I take an action to do that, which is
Okay.
fine with me.
So like
because,
peek around.
Right.
It's basically like using a move action, but you stay in your space.
And here's why. Then I'm going to shoot, and I hit, an 18.
18 with the
plus 1
hits exactly.
Oh, wow. Harder to
Wow.
hit, gentlemen. Oh, geez.
boy.
And I don't know about, these are skeletons. I don't know about piercing. I might have to ditch this
Yeah,
whole
this
thing.
is-
8 points of damage, though. Max damage. I'm rolling rocks
Yeah, you
tonight.
were killing it on the
What kind of
damage
weapon?
today.
It is
a
piercing.
Piercing. 8. And would you say how many points of damage?
8.
8 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't look like all that went through.
All
Yeah,
right,
there
so
you
we're
go.
fucked.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take cover.
Okay.
So that is another action. Now I'm going to go behind the wall, and it increases my AC by 4, and my bonus to reflex is by 4. And you can also rule because of the certain cover that I'm undetected or whatever, that they can't see, or I'm hidden. They know where I am, but they can't see me.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
It is Ecthelion's turn.
How does
Thank you, Matthew.
How
How'd you
do-
find that so fast?
I searched the PDF.
how does holding actions work? I want to like
Oh, I'm right here. Delay.
yeah.
You wait for the right moment to act. The rest of your turn doesn't happen yet. Instead, you're removed from the initiative order. You can return as a free action triggered by the end of another creature's turn. This permanently changes the initiative, just like last game. You can't use reactions. If you delay an entire round, you lose your turn. When you delay, any persistent damage or whatever still ticks through. So you just delay.
pretty similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait until someone enters this doorway here, and then I'm gonna step forward and start punching.
Someone like gets within,
So within
striding
these two
distance,
spaces, yeah.
basically?
Someone.
Oh, wait, so
someone,
you're going to ready an action.
Well, no. I mean, that's my plan. I don't want to,
Okay, so you're good. Okay, gotcha.
So delay not ready. Yeah. So when someone gets within striking,
When someone like stands in this doorway, that I'm
So
gonna
ready,
step.
and this is interesting how they did it, because it does point back to PF1 how it works. Ready is an action. It's 2 actions. You know what I mean? So it's basically you can
Oh,
ready a
okay.
standard action. You can ready, you know what I mean?
Right,
So it takes
okay.
2 actions to ready, but
Okay.
but you'll delay, which is
I'm just
because you
gonna
don't need to interrupt.
No,
Yeah.
no. I'm just gonna. Yeah.
All right. It is their turn.
All right, I gotta get some. Sorry.
This one.
Music.
All right. So let's talk about these 3 in the back. They're all going to do a very similar thing. They all move, and they move very slowly.
Ambling.
Well, they're undead and they're in ankle high grain.
Yeah. It's not Amblin Entertainment.
This guy moved too far. And then they all simultaneously just like enshroud themselves in a mist.
Oh,
no! Come on, man.
Oh man, you really want this to go 4 sessions.
Yeah, no kidding.
They enshroud themselves in the mist, this fog that swirls around their body, creating this like pea soup mist around them in a 20-foot radius. So everyone within that mist is concealed. This one here strikes out at Pima with a sickle.
Ooh.
No doubt the same sickle that killed the gods. First action, sickle. Miss.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's a finesse weapon do, by the way? While
It only like it counts. It works the same as first edition. It counts your dexterity bonus instead of your strength bonus to hit.
Okay, so it's more factored into my final.
It's
numbers
factored
here.
into whatever.
Second attack is an 18.
Miss.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
So
Pima.
third attack's only gonna
Awesome.
hit on a natural 20. And by the way, Pima, as it moved up to you and got right next to you, you can't hear anything. There's like a silent aura surrounding
Oh,
it.
no.
So
Nero,
right as
get
it
out of
got
there.
within 5 feet of you, all you hear is a vacuum.
This
Final
is
attack's
unusual.
Final attack's a miss as well. So just slash, slash, slash. And that is their turn. It now goes to Pima's turn. Pima, you let me see if you end up in any of these mists here while you think about what you're going to do. I don't think you will. I think these guys are far enough away that it's not going to bother you.
Pima's going to rage.
Okay.
Good.
And then I'm going to take I'm going to strike.
Ooh, you are in because it's 20% mischance, which means you have to roll a flat check, right? DC 5 or DC 11, Joe?
I'm sorry, I was reading the rule book. Concealment, regular
Yeah.
concealment, or total concealment?
If you're right next to a creature, it's regular concealment,
Okay,
right?
so
or is
yeah.
it all regular concealment?
No, I don't think. If it works like Pathfinder 1 at all, then it would be DC 5 for right next to you, DC 11 for deeper into the fog.
All right, so roll a DC 5 flat check. That's just a D20. You got to roll above a 5.
Got it.
Got it. All right,
Okay.
so you're good.
I'm
Can
gonna
you guys see those auras?
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to strike with my great pick. That'll miss. 13.
Ooh.
Hello,
dear.
That's 2 actions. And Pima will use her third action to move back into the other room.
Okay.
And possibly incur an attack of opportunity if they have one.
They do. I'll try it. It's my highest BAB, right?
Now I'm in the mist, so do you have to roll a
I
flat
certainly
check?
do. So first the flat check, 10 on the flat check, and then to try and hit you, just miss.
All right.
Beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
And remember, that guy has used his reaction. It is Nero's turn.
So is the mist concealing? I'm sorry, I was looking up something when you were explaining.
Yeah, anyone
what
in the
was-
mist is it's just a giant mist of concealment. The whole room now is basically concealed. I'm not sure though if you're right next to it is a DC 5 and more than right next to it is DC 11. I'm not 100%
I mean,
sure.
that would be Pathfinder 1.
Yeah,
that
and
would
I don't
be-
see why they changed that.
An
in
Ecthelion
particular.
has held his action, correct? I'd
Yep.
like to do the same
Okay.
until more of them get bunched up. I'm again not readying an action. I'm just saying those are the ideal conditions under which I would act.
All right. Hawk, Raven, Eagle, Crow.
Hawkraven, Eagle, Crow, getting surrounded by this mist is going to fall back.
Okay.
So he's just going to fall all the way back in the room and get out of the mist and keep an open view. And you know what? He moved too much to ready. So.
Okay. And remember, all difficult terrain unless you roll those athletics checks.
Oh, you know what? Then, yeah, screw it then. He's going to... I'll probably pass the athletics check. So, you know what? Let's not waste time. I'll just use all 3 strides to get there because I can't take a shot at anything anyway from here. So
Okay.
I'll just do all 3 strides to get there.
Ecthelion, you held your action, but it's back to you. Round 2.
I'm still waiting. I want to wait for someone to come in the room.
All right. It is the operatives' turn. The Black Echelon operatives. Let's see what their athletic situation is.
And I'm guessing, by the way, that we cannot monster initiative being all together now. Can we interrupt an individual within that monster's initiative, or do we have to wait for all the monsters to go until we?
Yes,
yeah,
and I mean
every
that's,
individual monster you could.
Okay.
and like
great.
I'm just choosing to roll all these monsters initiative together. That's not a written rule.
Oh,
You
I thought
can-
it was.
No, you can roll them all separately. But yeah, you can certainly interrupt them at any point within I'm going to see if they can struggle their way through and move normally. We'll start with this top guy up here. He's going to use one action to sustain his enshrouded mist, the sustain spell action. And then, let's see, athletics failed. So now he moves, that costs him 2 spaces. And then athletics fails again. And so he moves, that's as far as he moves. And you see that, like, he probably could move farther, but that's as far as he moves. They're very slow-moving dudes. The other 2 guys who use their mist also use one action to sustain, and will try to do the same thing. Natural 20 and a fail. So he will move 2 spaces, and then he'll move 1 space. And that's his turn, and the other guy made it fail, so he'll move 2 spaces and 1 space, and then the one that attacked Pima, who doesn't have a mist around him, will just like slowly lope around the corner and then take 2 attacks, 1 on Pima, 1 on Ecthelion. With a sickle. Who should be first? Let's go for Ecthelion. 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right, so hits him with the old sickle. Let me roll my brand new D4. I lost it. It's gone forever. Here it is. All right, so it is going to be 5 points of damage.
Oh, God.
And then at a -4 here against Pima, a miss to Pima. And those are the Black Echelon operative's turn. It is Pima's turn.
Pima's going to take a strike on the guy that's walked through the door.
Okay.
Flat check first.
Yes. Yeah, no, everything's going to be flat here.
Okay, I make it. And then I missed the attack.
Oh, no.
That's 12. So
12 is a miss. You got 2 more attacks.
I'll take another attack on a -5. Okay, so that's going to be 20 to hit.
20 is a hit.
All righty.
What kind of weapon you using?
A great pick.
What kinds of
Piercing.
damage?
Piercing.
Okay.
So that will be 9 points of damage.
Oh, okay. Doesn't look like it all went through.
Yeah. How badly does it look like it did? No, like did it look like
you did it. You did.
I did
really,
some damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'll do
Definitely did some damage.
I'll roll a third attack on -10. Just to see why not?
Why not? Maybe roll a 20.
Because I rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
There you go.
Moving on. Nero, it's back to you.
I'm going to go now.
Oh, Ecthelion's going to go. Okay.
So I'm just going to unleash a flurry of blows against this guy who just stepped through the doorway.
Okay.
Great. To see if I hit him, to overcome the concealment, I rolled a natural 20.
I rolled a natty 18 and natty 19 to overcome the
You
concealment.
see him perfectly.
I'm so glad. Let's see what happens when I actually try to punch him. All right, so that is a natty 12. That's a 22 to hit.
That is a hit.
Beautiful.
Okay, so...
Are you doing a flurry?
Yeah, I'm doing a flurry. So that is 3 points of bludgeoning.
3 points of bludgeoning. Okay.
Beautiful.
Do I have to roll again to...
No,
for the
you can see
concealment?
him. You're fine.
Okay.
I don't know what the actual rule is.
Second
but
attack.
I feel like you see
every
him.
attack. That's a 20 for the second attack.
You're good.
6 points of bludgeoning.
That guy is dead.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I mean,
Beautiful.
He was
Awesome.
already dead, but now he's really dead.
Now he's really
Okay.
dead.
All right. And I think I'll just forego my last action. I don't think there's anything else I can do.
So per the rules, you're actually supposed to roll for every attack?
I would think so. I mean, that's the way it is in the original game.
Seems so weird. Like, you see him. Just hit him.
It's
But
not about
I get what
seeing
you're
him. It's
saying.
about landing the attack in smoky mist.
I get you.
Each attack gets
I like
different.
letting that one go at least. Okay, now it is Nero's turn.
Nero would like to make a ranged acid splash attack. His other kind of his other routes were kind of fire based, and I know sometimes if you said they were skeletal.
They are skeletal, yeah.
So sometimes fire doesn't work against them. I wanted to do a sleep blast, but oftentimes mind affecting things. This is Grant more than Nero.
Right.
So
well, you see skeletons. You know, you've dealt
they
with
might
these.
not.
You've heard about them in your training, for sure.
What am I rolling to get against concealment to be able to get an
It's going to
attack?
be DC 11 from that distance.
All right,
flat
let's
check.
see. Oh, gosh, dang it. Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
That's
okay.
it. That's my turn.
It is Hawk Raven Eagle Crow's turn.
Gonna do some PF2 pushing on you here, buddy.
Oh boy.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna stride up.
I'm not ready.
I'm gonna move up. Ooh, I can't even move 15 feet.
I like this map.
Oh dear, it is a good map. Let's see. Can I reach? Yeah, I could reach. I'm going to move up 10 feet.
10 feet.
I'm going to do a seek action.
Seek.
I'm going to try to see if I can pinpoint a location of an enemy in a 30-foot cone.
Okay.
Essentially, what I'm looking for is the position of this guy, generally.
Okay.
You can rule as a GM that it is impossible to see the position in a case such as invisibility. I don't think this is a good case for that, because if I am successful, I will get a 50% mischance when I shoot at him.
He's not invisible. I mean, it's definitely a hard shot, but there's a dead body there. You have a pretty clear... He's going to get a little bonus to his AC.
But I can attempt the seek. I mean, if
Yeah.
I fail the seek, I can't even shoot at him.
You can roll a seek.
Okay.
He's not invisible.
So the seek action is hidden. So you roll. My perception's +8, and it's against his stealth DC.
+8 against his stealth
Yeah,
DC.
+8 against his stealth DC.
I rolled neon green for you. Okay.
And if I critically succeed, it's different from succeeding, or I could fail. So I could see nothing, I could see a shadow in the mist, or I could see him clear as day.
What's your stealth bonus?
+8.
+8?
Well, perception is +8.
Perception is +8, so I just rolled perception against his stealth DC. So I tell you if you made it?
Yeah.
You made it. Not
but
critical.
not critically?
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm going to roll a DC 11 flat check.
Okay.
And try to take a shot at this dude.
All right.
Natural 1. But I love it, though. It's so realistic. Like, he walks up, he's looking for this figure in the mist.
Looking for the mist.
He thinks he sees a shadow, he shoots at it, and he misses. You know what I mean? Like, very cool.
He certainly tried.
Yeah.
How many actions was that?
That's all 3. I moved, because I had to move up to be
Yeah.
within 30 feet to even seek.
All right. It's these two's turn. Don't forget, any type of movement, difficult terrain, or athletics check. Let's start. Well, that one's dead, so let me just get him off the map. All right, these guys are just going to... Not even going to try. Sustain, and then take a swing at Ecthelion with his last action. Well, flat check, I made exactly with a 5. And then the swing at Ecthelion, I think I missed. 14?
That's a miss.
Okay, this one.
Beautiful.
Stride, sustain the thing. This is going to be a flat check. Made it. Oh, that was a good roll. And then an attack on Pima. Ooh, natty 19, Pima.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 25.
Yeah.
25 with the slashing sickle. Come here, D4. D4s are hard to pick up sometimes.
They are.
They are.
Especially- These ones are little.
Life is hard.
They pinch the fingers.
4 points of damage to Pima.
Luckily, that is exactly the number of temporary hit points my rage gave me.
Oh, there you go.
Shut up. All right. It's
Wow.
going to try
man.
and move through the grain. What a wasted natural 20 that was. Was my athletics? Okay. All right. So it just treats that as a normal square. Come back, you. And then treats that as a normal square. Can't really do anything else. So he's just going to...
Thrilling television.
Right? Shut up. Got a lot going on. Oh, now 2 natural 20s with neon green. All right, so he's just going to move up to there and take his second action to sustain. That's all he's going to do. So it is now Pima's turn.
Pima is going to drop the Great Pick, free action. First action,
Drop her in the grain.
draw her mace,
Okay.
and she's going to swing at the guy right in front of her.
Nice.
Okay, this guy right here.
All right, flat check first, right?
Okay, yep.
I make the flat check.
All right.
Now I'm going to swing.
Are you?
Natty 18,
Ooh.
Total?
26.
Almost a crit.
Oh.
Definitely a hit.
All right, so this is a D6. So that is 7 points of damage, bludgeoning.
Okay. Oh, bludgeoning. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I switched to the mace.
Nice. Smart.
And then I'll take a second.
Very smart player these days.
Do I need no second flat check?
Yeah, you're supposed to.
I failed the second flat check.
Okay.
Damn it.
It is Ecthelion's turn.
All right,
Ecthelion,
Ecthelion-
I gotta hold you to the same standards now. I'm sorry.
Okay. Ecthelion will do his flat check, makes it to attack the one that Pima just attacked, and then swing with his fists. That is a 16 to hit.
16 misses.
Oh.
AC 17.
Oh, wow.
Damn it.
But you got 2 more checks.
All right. I'm going to do another flat check. Natural 19. Awesome. Love it. And natural 1 for the attack. Awesome.
Wait,
Can we end this, please?
You have 1 more attack, though, don't you?
Who cares? All right, flat check. I made it, and I missed the fucking attack.
All right, it's Nero's turn.
I I'm gonna go ahead and make a flak check now to see if
I'm
I can
gonna make my
see
flak
the
check.
creature next to Ecthelion.
Okay.
Let's see.
They've gotten
That's
a
an
lot
11 on the die, so
closer.
that's a success.
Yeah, that's exactly a success.
I'm going to use 2 actions to cast the somatic and verbal components of Acid Splash, which is a spell attack roll.
Got
It's a
NPR
plus
grant.
7.
Yeah, what's going on in
That's
PR
a plus
grant?
7 on a natural 1. So
Who rolls? Who does this? Rolls d20. It's like, let's see. It's plus 7. 8.
the most
It was a natural 1.
the most fashionable thing to have this summer is a gazpacho soup and a side of "Go fuck yourself," Troy. I have one more action.
Oh, pardon me.
I can't do it.
I
I can do a check. I can do it. Let me do a knowledge check.
Yeah,
Let's do
sure.
that because that's the thing. You
very
can't just
upset.
do. You just can't do willy-nilly knowledge checks like you used to do in Pathfinder 1
an
when
action.
men were free.
It's an actione.
I just have knowledge games anyway. I can't do shit.
I like that you went to like angry French chef there, Troy. I'm French Canadian, not Greek.
Electricity, fire, piercing. Okay, but all
was funnier than
He doesn't know anyone else that's Greek, so he can't be Greek. Did you hear
I
him
can't
earlier?
agree. Although Troy does sound like a Greek name, doesn't it?
It does.
No, it sounds like a
It's
Trojan
actually-
name.
Trojan,
Yeah.
the Trojan horse.
Same difference.
I really need to look into this.
Troy Vopolis.
Thank you, Randy. Hawk Raven, Eagle Crow. You are just on the cusp of a lot of meowst.
Yeah, a lot of meowst.
Meowst. A lot of meowst.
Damn it. I'm gonna do the same thing. I think character-wise, I have to keep seeking these enemies, but now it's a cone, so like I could see all of them if I
Who's
succeed.
King Butt, by the way?
That's
That's
Randy
me.
on. Oh, that's
No,
you.
that's me. That's me.
It's you on roll 20.
Yep.
There you go.
Hey, Skid.
Hey, Skid. All right, I'm gonna seek. So that's you roll
'Kay.
plus 8. Plus 8 going for their stealth DC.
Fail.
Fail. Don't see anybody. I'll do it again. So
Okay.
Seek again.
Seek again. Out of the box.
Keep looking. Keep looking.
Made it.
Made it. So I see all 3 of them. I'm
Yep.
assuming they all have the same stealth DC.
Yeah, sure.
I see all 3 of them.
Yeah, they do actually.
The one that's between Pima and Ecthelion, I'm going to take this opportunity to, I don't know if I can. I'm going to do it anyway, and then I'll look it up later. I'm going to hunt prey
Okay.
and do the knowledge check. So this would be knowledge religion, I assume? Yes. For undead it is, so yeah. Knowledge religion. 24? Ooh. But their ACs, or no, their class DC might be different.
Yeah.
24.
You're all right.
So it's not a critical success.
Not a critical. 24, you said?
To their
Yeah.
class
It
DC.
is a critical success.
Oh, all
yeah.
right.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right. So seeing this through the mist, he's going to point out to Pima and Ecthelion, they're weak below the neck. And the rib cage breaks quickly. And you guys, I don't know. It's late. Pima and Ecthelion, +1 to hit and +1 to AC
Awesome.
each
Thank
against
you.
that creature.
Cool.
Do you get an attack with that or no?
That was all 3 actions because I had to seek twice.
All right. I promised that I would end this stream.
Oh. Right.
So I need to end on a note. Get people fired up.
No.
Brown
For
note?
next week. The brown note, yes.
We're never going to remember that +1.
Write it down.
I'm going to set a reminder.
We can write right on the screen,
Yeah, you can
guys.
write freehand if you want.
Yeah,
you
that's
can
right.
Just go
Write
plus. Oh yeah. Plus 1.
That looks like times 31 or B1.
I literally wrote right in the fog of war. You couldn't see it. I can see it. Anyways, this is how I'll end it. And we're going to pick this up next week.
Yes.
And we're going to try and find a way to finish it. Hawkraven, you are looking through the mist. You're so focused on the mist, trying to pick out these 3 remaining undead that are trying to hack away at your friends, just very slowly moving through the grain with all the strength in the world to get through it. They're dexterous as well. They're swinging, they're hitting. Sometimes they're missing. You're so focused on trying to pick them out that you miss sounds coming up.
Oh, no.
Behind.
No. What?
Give me a perception check.
And we'll see you next week.
I'm a ranger. I'm a ranger.
Guys, thank you for coming and watching.
Thank you,
We had a lot of
guys.
fun with this. Obviously, we dragged on as usual. I think the sweet spot is 3 hours. 3 hours is the sweet
Oh, it's
spot.
very
Yes.
sweet
3:10,
spot.
3:15. That's where it starts to. I don't know how people do this for longer than that. That's the sweet spot for doing this live. So we're gonna try our hardest. We're gonna do a very small intro next week, and then just jump in. I think we're gonna do Thursday night, 8 p.m. We're finishing.
No, you don't
this
think
thing.
we're going to do. We're going to do.
We're doing it next Thursday night,
the
8
25th.
p.m. We're picking up here. Are they going to stop the Silent Tide? I don't know. But you know what? We'll all have another week with the rule book, which will be fun.
Which will be very nice.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a hard copy.
Well, now I know the questions to look up.
Yeah. What would be the first question you'd look up?
Undead creatures, how to beat them.
Listen,
I'll cheat, basically.
If we get a hard copy, it's not worth the investment Joe had in printing 8,000 pages on our company printer.
Single
Cost
sided.
us 2 toners.
All I know is that this is gold. This thing's
Oh,
rocking and
Killed
rolling.
tonight.
The greens are going to sell out first. Any bets?
I think the greens will sell out.
Yeah, clearly. the Greens
Della
love
Blue.
Adela Blue is
Yeah,
nice.
that'll be a popular and niche item.
Me? Just got to say I'm a fan of the Blood of Our Enemies Red.
that. Blood of our enemies red, man.
like
You
Nice.
could,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
like
Joe.
it.
I think we could allow you to purchase a set.
Well, thank you, Matthew.
I'll give
There's
it
nothing
to
wrong
you
with
at
that.
cost plus 10%.
I'm a fan of I'm a fan of shit on Troy's tombstone.
That
black.
does look nice. My tombstone does do some
Red on
shit.
his tombstone.
I think you
can't
need
wait
to go-
until you're dead, buddy.
You need to go to the doctor, Grant.
Randy,
Fast.
any final thoughts for us?
When I'm old.
I've always got final thoughts. Hey, everybody, we had a great night tonight, didn't we? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
All right, there's the peanut gallery. I can't see you, but I can feel you. I'll tell you.
Feel you in my loins.
I'll leave you guys with a couple facts about myself. My middle name is Ralph. I appreciate good sportsmanship and thick thighs. It's going to be 100 degrees in New York City tomorrow, but it's been red hot in the studio here tonight. We thank you guys for hanging out, and you guys have some fun or what?
Yeah.
Hell yes, baby. I can't wait to come back. Thanks for having me, you guys.
Take us out, Randy.
Thanks,
Randy, thanks, buddy.
Thank
we'll
you,
see you next
everybody.
week. Thanks for coming by.